Hello, everybody. Why do I look so close in here? I don't know. How are my roses? I got myself roses today, guys. Listen, God has been having me purchase things that, like, my heart's really eyeing, right? It's feeling. And uh, God's like, don't worry about the cost of it. So it's like I'm getting what my heart wants, right? Oh, I don't have my AirPods in. And then, hi, Jason. And then God blesses me with something else right after. So it's quite amazing. God's like, look, you get your heart's content. It's within moderation, right? But I mean, we're talking about tea. Like, can you see most of it? Because my view is different than probably what you're gonna see. So, or what you're seeing right now. Let me see. Oh yeah, you can see them better than what I can. Let me go put that there. So yeah, it's like the pink was just striking me, and I said, I gotta get these. They're from Trader Joe's. If you've never been to Trader Joe's, get your flowers from Trader Joe's. They last a long time. They're gorgeous flowers. My carnations that I had before were Trader Joe's flowers, and I haven't had roses in I don't know how long. It's been a long time. The last time I bought roses was for somebody else, but there was a meaning behind it. I had a very, very deep meaning for what I had gotten that day, and, my guides were like, "You should get some roses." I did get pricked by a thorn, right? And I was like, "Ooh," you know? You gotta respect the thorns of these flowers. There's a quote for that. I read it just the other day, and I don't remember who says that quote. So, I don't know why. See, I'm getting all Virgo here. I'm not a Virgo, by the way. I'm not Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising. It's just that I have a strong Virgo in my chart, so it's like something is not. See how anal I get with that? Whatever, I'm gonna leave it alone. Um, yeah, pink roses are my favorite roses too. I'm not so much into red ones. I mean, I'll accept red ones for sure, but I prefer, um, yikes, I prefer pink ones. It's unconditional love. They're softer for me. Um, this is more of divine love. And if actually you look it up, pink roses are tied more to divine love than red roses are. Look it up. So there's a reason why I'm drawn to the pink as opposed to the red. So anyway, I'm just gonna give it a little bit to see if anybody else is gonna come in here. So as you see, this is going to be a twin flame soulmate relationship live stream. And they guided me to do this one for this time around. If you are on my mobile app or you're a member of mine, especially if you went to the Valentine's Day party last night, uh, we talked about the heaviness that is surrounding a lot of the collective, and a lot of it had to stem from Valentine's Day. People were getting their hopes up for Valentine's Day, or weird stuff has probably been happening lately, and they're not feeling the love, or they don't like to be alone around this time of year, or something like that. But um, so my guide said, "We know that you don't normally do these readings, so who's to say if I'm going to either do them once a month or it's going to be more frequent?" But the especially the counterpart collective, they need a lot more support, but it's more divine truth. This is not puppies, rainbows, unicorns, and things. This is, you know, really supporting the collective and um, giving them the true guidance that they need, but being completely honest and having people listen to what they need to hear, not what they want to hear with their connections, right? Because without that divine truth and you're not in alignment with it, you can't have harmonious sacred union because that includes you being yourself and being in your full divine truth there. And you have to accept the truth for what it is. right? And you have to come to terms with that, and you have to face it, look it in the face, and say, okay, this is what it is, and this is how I'm going to learn and grow from it, right? But your power comes from you being in alignment with your truth, being your unique self, and not seeking validation outside of yourself. I'm already seeing like Queen of Pentacles, Empress energy, Swords energy, like Ace of Swords, whatever. I'm wearing my Ace of Cups shirt. It's my agape shirt because agape is the love that we are trying to achieve within ourselves so that we give that out to others, right? It ties into forgiveness, it ties into compassion, it ties into understanding. It's interesting because when I wear this shirt, and I've already worn it, because Valentine's Day was Wednesday. Agape has a stronger meaning, it has a stronger sentiment than the word love does. Now, I heard the term love is love. Yes, I understand that, but there are different types of love. There's familial, there's platonic, there's eros, which is romantic. There's another one, and then there's agape. Agape is the highest form of love of all. That is the one we should be achieving. That is the ultimate fulfillment. That is what brings the joy, not just happiness, because romance isn't going to cut it, right? Like everybody wants to find their soulmate and find their partner and run off into the sunset with them and stuff. But what does that really mean when you don't have this within yourself and that person doesn't have that within themselves either? And you're not full of this fully, no matter what's going on in life. You can have a bad day and just try to process that bad day, but you're still going to feel this Ace of Cups, this agape love type of thing. So anyway, my guides were saying do the twin flame one, the relationship one. I'm not really here to like have, hordes of people watch these things, because at some point God's going to lead people to who needs to hear this. And even if they feel drawn to listen to the messages and they decide not to because of how long it is, or either because they've watched me before and they have a hard time listening to what the guidance is being given through me, because they think it's me talking to them. They think it's me dictating everything. They're thinking it's me trying to tell you what to do. It's not me. It's them. And a lot of other people, this is not to judge other readers or put them down, but there are a lot of readers who hold back. And sometimes I can feel that. It's like I know exactly what they were supposed to say, what they were guided to say. And no, I'm not saying that, man. I'm going to lose subscribers. I'm going to lose views. My stuff's not going to get pushed out. People are going to like me. They're not going to get my readings from me, whatever. No, man. Again, that's still inauthenticity there. I can't do that, right? I could be like having one person watch me and that'd be it. But if that person needs that guidance, then that's all that matters. I'm pleasing God, not anybody else, right? Because I know what God's doing for me. This is more like practice for me with what's coming down the pike. So, um, yeah, so I'll just go ahead and get started because my guides are like, you don't need to wait for anybody. So, I think they want me to do, let me think here. I'm trying to get from them what question they want me to ask for this. Okay, so Jason, I know you were at the thing last night. This is gonna be similar or almost the same question as what I asked then, but it may be the same exact cards, which will be fucking crazy, or it'll be a little bit different. Because if the Five of Cups comes out again, then yeah, that's really, really evident that that energy is still lingering. So we're gonna ask the Holy Spirit and the archangels, what reassurance does this collective need with regards to their connections? Holy Spirit, archangels, galactic families, Pleiadian Sirians. I'm already hearing don't give up hope, which is what the message we got last night. Holy Spirit, archangels, galactic families, Pleiadian Sirians. Yeah, it would be crazy, wouldn't it, Jason? What reassurance does a collective need with regards to their counterpart connections? What truth do they need to know at this time? What do they need to hear about their connection to Holy Spirit at this time, as opposed to what they want to hear? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. All right, one more. My cloth is bunching up here. All right, let me kind of move this here. All right, what truth do they need to know about their connection at this time, Holy Spirit? What reassurance do they need? What does the collective need for reassurance with their connections with their person, Holy Spirit, archangels, galactic families, Pleiadians, Jesus, me, Mother Mary? Please and thank you. Wow. Well, you know what's interesting? The cards in the reverse. I know for a fact that my guides had set it up this way because those of you who watch me, I don't really get reversals, but reversals are words from the divine meaning pay attention. There's something here that divine needs to make clear, which is why reversals are so important. It's not just a thing where a card will just come out. There's no coincidences, even with how the cards fall out. And I know for me, as an intuitive reader, when those things happen, especially when I read a bazillion times and reversals aren't coming, this is a red flag for me, or this is like, hey, pay attention. This message has to get out. Okay. And look who's in the reverse. It's the devil. It's Capricorn energy. And the bottom of the deck is the Chariot in the reverse. We've got major, major wake ups here, guys. Cancer energy in the reverse. Don't get hung up on the signs. If you're dealing with a Cancer Capricorn, fine. But I mean, don't get hung up on that shit because your sign doesn't really dictate your whole life. Okay. Um, oh my God, it's Scott. Dude, Scott, I literally thought about you 2 days ago. No, it was yesterday. I was actually communicating telepathically with another Scott, and then you came to mind. And then another Scott came to mind. And then another Scott came to mind. I was like, I wonder how all the Scots are doing. Oh, great Scott. Scott is here. Hey, it's good to see you. Um, you felt it? Yeah, you see what I mean? I must have called you in. So it's good. Scott, I'm not gonna be Jason, don't this is nothing against you because I see you all the time or hear from you all the time. But like Scott, like honestly, I really do miss your presence, like, when you were sitting in with the lives and stuff like that and the other events that I had, like, there's something about your energy, and yes, I do love your accent, I'm gonna say that much, um, but, like, you being around and even the insight you gave us and everything, it was just I don't know. I know it sounds a little bit sappy, but I'm being honest, okay? So, yeah, needless to say, like, I've missed you around, being around, but, I pray that you are doing well. It is wonderful to see you here. So, thanks for hopping on. But, much love to you. But devil in the reverse and the chariot in the reverse. Okay, there's no wonder that my guides wanted me to do this. And there's two of pentacles in the reverse at the top of the deck. So here are a couple of things. Let me get the grammar correct. So some of you, here's two things, a few things. So yeah, Scott, if you have any questions about anything, let me know. I changed a lot of things, but there is something that I was going to add to my membership, but let me know if you have questions, if you do indeed like try to make the effort for whatever it is. But here's what I'm getting. So the first thing here is, remember when I was talking about not being yourself, hiding your true self? That's what the devil in the reverse is, right? Afraid to come out of the dark, right? Being the light in the darkness. There's an Isaiah, I think it's chapter 11. a Bible verse about that. I was actually wearing the shirt today about being the light in the darkness, the book of Isaiah. So this is giving into a lot of fear. Okay. This could be excessive addictions, excessive obsessions, being a slave to the 3D world. We all know that the devil doesn't always have to be a bad card, because here's the thing, because the devil is actually the teacher. Saturn is ruled by Capricorn, right? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is the father, the teacher, the disciplinarian who kicks our asses. He's the one who teaches us things and tries to get us aligned, right? Being accountable for our actions, being responsible for our actions, like being practical about things when it comes to shadow work or healing or something like that, right? Not blaming like Tom, Dick, and Harry or whatever, not pointing fingers and saying, the devil made me do it. This person made me do it. It's their fault because of this. And blah, 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 blah. No, remember, we've all heard, most of you heard, when you're pointing your finger at somebody, there's three of them pointing back at you. Now, if your thumb is in a weird direction, that's four fingers. But some people don't consider the thumb a finger, but that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we won't go there. So this is kind of like really, really having the devil just like take control of your life. Doing that shadow work. What are you afraid of? Why are you hiding yourself? Right? Okay. Enjoy your meditation, Scott. So it's like, what is this fear? What is this obsession? What is this addiction? Why can you not break the chains that bind you? One night will remind you, separate ways by journey, right? What is keeping you from going the other direction, right? What's holding you back? Um, what is keeping you from moving forward, right? With the chariot in the reverse. I heard from a reader, her name is Victoria. I love her when when she talks about the chariot, she says the chariot doesn't have a reverse function. She's absolutely right, because the chariot, you're going forward. If you technically think about it, when you watch people, the chariot races at the Colosseum way back when, you couldn't go backwards. You couldn't tell the horse to go backwards. You couldn't tell the chariot to go backwards. It's continuing to go forwards. But some of you, this devil energy is holding you back. You may be obsessed with your connection. You may be obsessed with where this connection is going. I don't know. Like, are we going to make any progress? Is this going to be successful? Are we going to move forward? Or are things going to change? Right? Chariot energy is quantum leaping energy. But some of you may be like, you're not trusting in the divine to lead you on the path of this connection. Right? The chariot is also about having self control. You need to be the charioteer. And this is freaking amazing, because I was thinking about how I got my business name. Because Capella is one of the stars in the Auriga constellation. And you know what the Auriga constellation is named? The charioteer. It's no coincidence that when I was guided, I had an epiphany. I was looking at the stars, and I was literally looking at the Capella star. And my guide said, that's going to be your business name. I said, what constellation is this? The charioteer. That's who you are, Jess. Guiding others forward, showing them the way maker, like Jesus was. We're all way makers and way showers in our own form. We're all here to be the light in the darkness. But even by my example, I have to be that leader, and knowing that I have to keep moving forward with what I've been told to do. No matter what gets in my way. Some of you have a lot of obstacles in your way. There is a lot of things you're restricting yourself. Some of you are actually being blocked by the devil to keep you from moving forward. And some of you just want to pull back, like, I can't deal with this anymore. I don't think I'm getting anywhere. Like, why haven't things progressed? Why haven't I found my victory? Why haven't I found my success? Why is it that, I'm not like feeling this, not vindication, but it's more of triumphant energy about, winning energy. That is the chariot is like the major arcana of that six of wands, right? I'm getting like the winning. All I do is win by DJ Khaled. But you know what? The bigger the purpose you have, the more obstacles you're going to face, the more blocks you're going to run into. What are you going to do with those blocks? What are you going to do? Just stand there and cross your arms and have somebody else get the tree out of the way? You got to figure it out. You can wait all day for a tow, a truck to move the tree out of the way. You can wait whatever for somebody else to do it. But God's asking you to do something about it. Are you going to let the devil get in your way? Are you going to let these things that it could be even like very, very negative thoughts, a negative way of thinking in your connection, or like you're too obsessed with your person, wanting to know what they're doing, where they're going, what they're driving, what they're like operating, like how they're like, it's like the energy of, like that's why when people come in here and I would give free readings and I said, I'm not doing how they're thinking and feeling about you. And then sometimes people will try to bamboozle me and try to throw something at me to try to get something like that. That is not your purpose. Yes, you can kind of check in, like my memberships now include divine masculine check ins. That's important to know, but only to help you on your journey to keep you moving forward and to not get so caught up in what they are doing, right? This is why with divine masculine check ins for some of my memberships, I only have it once a month. That's it. Right? And there's a reason why I'm doing this one on my lives because you guys know who watch me. I don't normally do these things. But this is all divinely guided. The chariot is a divinely guided card. And the devil wants you to not follow that guidance. The devil wants to stop you in your tracks. The devil wants to throw all these bricks, all these barricades, all of these walls in your face. And then you get frustrated. And then you get all huffy and puffy or whatever, however you react to those things, and you stop in your tracks. The chariot is in the reverse is like, whoa, horsey, you pulled the horse back when you didn't finish the race. You thought it was too difficult. You thought it was too much. You may be getting undergoing some serious spiritual attacks, right? The devil may be throwing things at you every which way to throw you off your path. Be careful with that because that's deception. The devil loves to deceive. The devil loves to get you to mistrust your intuition. The devil wants to throw every little thing. I'm even seeing banana peels. You know what I'm getting, guys? Mario Kart. It's like Bowser is running around, or Lakitu is coming throwing those fireballs or whatever, and trying to like blow up your cart, trying to get you off track. I know what it is. I love playing Mario Kart. And what happens when somebody hits you with a shell? We all know nobody loves the blue shells, right? That's the one you don't want to get hit with or anything else, right? But there are some things that get thrown at you in Mario Kart. It's like, son of a bitch, right? You spin out, you hit something. It's like you're gaining momentum, and then the devil comes in with the shell and like, no, I'm taking you out. I don't want you to win the race. I don't want you to keep moving forward. You have to persevere no matter what. But if you are thinking that like your connection is blocked or it's not making any progress or anything, and you're getting obsessed as to why that is, or you're trying to force the situation because the double energy in the reverse is also trying to force things to go your way and not allowing the divine to lead your steps and to trust in where you're going. The chariot is, I'm letting God take the lead here in my journey, on my path. I just need to maintain the reins. I need to guide the horse. But God's going to lead you the way, lead the way. And the chariot energy in the upright is, I trust where God is leading me, even though I don't know where the fuck I'm going. It's that This chariot's also my Thomas the Train energy. It's the little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I gotta keep going. I gotta go the distance like Hercules, right? If you listen to the Ricky Martin song of "I Can Go," no importa la distancia. If dude, even if you don't understand Spanish, listen to that person, that song. No offense to Michael Bolton, because Bolton sings the English version. But if you listen to Ricky Martin's version of "Go the Distance" in the Hercules soundtrack, that's gonna inspire you. Like, again, nothing against Michael Bolton, nothing. He's a great singer too, but Ricky's version, mm, it hits here. For me, at least. It might do the same for you, right? No importa la distancia. That means the distance doesn't matter. I don't care how long it takes to get there, but I'm fucking gonna get there. It's the same in these connections. I don't care how long it's going to take, but I have to have trust and faith that I'm going to get there. This is willpower. This is fortitude. Like you are trusting in where God is leading you on your path, not knowing when you're going to get there, what the destination is, and what's going to be there when you get there. You're fully trusting in this connection, but it's all God related. And God knows the devil's on your ass. Because just like Job, the devil goes to God and said, "Hey man, you know what? I can throw Job off. He doesn't have as much faith as you do. Watch, I'm gonna put all these things in his way. He's gonna renounce you, he's gonna curse you out, he may off himself, whatever." But did Job do that? No, because the willpower he had, the strength of will, the strength of God, okay? It kept him going, even though he was stripped down to nothing, and he was covered in boils and had all these ailments, and, like, his life turned to complete shit according to what a shit life looks like. Even his wife was telling him to kill himself. But he trusted in what God was doing. He didn't go backwards. He didn't try to force the issue. The devil was on his ass like flies on shit. But do you think that he can let him get the best of you? But this is you building your relationship with God. This is building your strength in God because it helps you on these journeys. Okay? And you get to the point where you're not worried about union with your person. You're not worried about what's going on because your telepathic communication with them is so on point. God gives you massive signs and synchronicities like I had today. If you were on my mobile app, holy shit balls. I literally saw a cross in the night sky, people, when Jesus was speaking to me, and I was remembering something about the number 33. And we know that number 33 is a Jesus number. And God was reminding me something about trusting my intuition about something that happened in the live months ago, or what tends to happen. And then Jesus said to me, "Look up, now look up." And I have a picture of it. I have a picture of it. I posted it in the Capella crew forum in my mobile app, which is completely free. Okay. And my guides told me, my whole team said, "You need to post this. Somebody needs to see this." It was supposed to give hope to people, right? But it's supposed to get people to realize when you build that relationship with God, when you get into alignment, a lot of those things are going to happen. And you can't make it up. There's no way you can make those things up. And Jesus says, "Now look up," and there's literally a cross made out of like whatever plane went up there earlier or the clouds or something. I've never seen the formation of a cross in the night sky, guys. Out of all the 43 plus years in my life, I've never seen something like that. And that was a huge sign for me because I know the devil's been on my ass too. Trying to get me to doubt myself, trying to get me to abort mission. This is energy of trying to get you aborting mission where you're not moving forward with what God has asked you to do. Not having me getting caught up on Just you need to do more in order to bring more people into your business. You need to put out more videos. You need to do this. You need to do that. Just like what everybody says is supposed to be a successful YouTube channel and a business and website and things like that. I need you to get obsessed with, I need more people. I need more money. I need more views. I need more followers. Blah, 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 blah. No, you fucking don't. That's him controlling you, thinking that you need that in your life. He's actually, by doing that, he's putting more barriers in there. Or him getting you to fear the connection. You're worried that your connection is not going to go anywhere, that it's stopped in its tracks, that like, but it's not making any progress. How do you know that? It could be because you stopped in your tracks. You got obsessive about the other person and not yourself. You got possessive about the other person, not yourself. You're pretending to be somebody else and you're hiding who you really are instead of just blatantly coming out there all full frontal, right? Not giving a shit about what anybody thinks, says about you, perceives you. It doesn't matter. When you get caught up in that bullshit, when it comes to your connection, guess what? Your connection is not really going to make any progress because you're not trying to break those chains from the devil. You're not trying to beat the devil at his own game. The race is getting too hard for you and you want to stop your chariot. You need to get the chariot back into gear, people. No matter what gets in your way. The devil knows our weaknesses. This entity is very clever. And I think a lot of you know this. But you have to be the one to keep moving forward. And you can't allow any restrictions, any crazy stuff get in the way of your personal spiritual growth, of your healing, of you focusing on yourself, because the devil's going to try to lose focus, get you to lose focus, get you to get your eyes off of the road so you crash and burn. He tries to get you to let go of the reins so that your chariot topples over and your horses run away and you're left out in the dust. Because there's no willpower, there's no stamina, there's no strength here, there's no determination, right? What's the word? Resistance is futile? Futile? Is that a thing? And also, forcing creates resistance, right? Some of you may be forcing things to happen. No, no, no. You have to let God take over. You also have to do your part. You have to trust where God is leading you. He will lead you to your paradise, but it's going to be a bumpy road, right? This is not some smoothly paved asphalt road, guys. It's got a lot of rocks in it. It's got some dips in it. It's got speed bumps. It's got potholes. It's not a paved road, but you're learning how to traverse that. You're learning how to navigate the path that you're on, especially when it comes to your connections. It is not fucking easy, I know. But it does get easier when you start to really understand a lot of things as to why you're on this path. Because when the devil tries to come to really destroy you, you're going to stay on your chariot. You're going to be able to keep your cart in Mario Kart from going all over the place, and you're still going to win the race, even when it doesn't look like it. You're going to be able to still steer your cart with Yoshi in it or something, Mario, Princess Peach, and you keep getting blasted with all of those shells, or Lakitu comes in, or whatever else, or what is it that goes? The squid. That's a tough one. But you know what? I've been able to drive well, drive my cart well, Mario Kart, when that squid, like, squirts this stuff, what's it called? Ink on the screen. I figured out a way how to not let that obstruct my view, and it's pretty fascinating. But you get what I'm saying, right? At some point with practice, even when you spin out of control, even when the squid puts the ink in your face or whatever, you're still going to be able to navigate your go-kart, your chariot, and you're still going to run that track and to the point where you'll still win the race. There have been times where I played Mario Kart, like, there's no way I'm going to win this thing. But then you also have to be strategic, right? Because if you got your own shells, you got your own things to kind of knock somebody else out, you have to have the willpower and determination. I will win this. I will be successful. I'm going to win the race, even when it doesn't look like it. But the devil wants us to focus on the hits, on the shells, right? That's a metaphor right there, on the ink that gets thrown in our face to try to get us off our path. And those of you who have higher purposes, he's going to try to block every avenue that he can think of, right? An illness, trying to take you out, right? I was watching a video today and it was having me realize that there are some people where the devil literally tries to kill you in a lifetime because of what you carry. And I sat and meditated on that, said, wait a minute. And he talked about this kid drowning a lot, or like in almost dying from drowning and having all these other really horrible experiences happen to him since he was a baby. And I started to remember all of the accidents I had when I was a toddler. I was in a car accident, and the paramedics had said, if you wouldn't have been in a Volvo, you may have been paralyzed from this, which is why I own a Volvo to this day. And I told myself, God, by the grace of God, if I am able to afford a Volvo, which I was able to do when I got older, I'm going to get one, especially if I plan on having a family. It was all about protection. They are some of the safest cars, and I have a 2008 one, and that's a tank. And by the grace of God, I never had one accident in it. However, when I was a child, I was 12. It was my grandfather's birthday. I had the cake in my lap. Van backed out of nowhere, crashed my window. I had glass all over me. They told me if you weren't in this Volvo, that it would have impaled your legs and you may have been paralyzed from it. There have been other times where I've almost been in horrific car crashes, like cars coming out of nowhere trying to take me out. It happened with me and my son back in October of last year. I've had my car almost topple over making a left turn one day. Well, it was raining, and that never happens because somebody tried to hit me and I hit the gas. I had no choice but to get out of the fucking way, and my car almost spun. My car spun 3 times, and it went this way, it tilted, and then by some miracle, it just stopped out of nowhere, okay? And I'm starting to realize all these things, and I've almost drowned 3 times, and the 3rd time I almost drowned, I thought that was it for me. I thought that was it. And so now the devil's like, I can't get to Jess. Let me try to block her this way. Let me try to do this. Let me try to get her to abort mission. Let me get her to stop her in her tracks, to not have the willpower to go moving, to keep moving forward. But that willpower only comes from the strength of God, and that comes from your relationship with Him. And when it comes to these connections, they're not fucking easy for a reason, because God's not just going to plop permanent union to your lap without you fucking doing the hard work, without you obstructing the obstacles, the blockages. It's part of your purpose, because it ties into all the other stuff the devil's gonna try to get in your way that has nothing to do with your connection. The devil will restrict your finances. The devil will restrict your health. The devil will try to like put all this shit on you to keep you from fulfilling your purpose. And this connection is part of that to help you to fulfill your purpose at the highest potential. But you got to take the good with the bad, right? You got to learn how to navigate that race when you're getting hit with the fucking ink in the shells and all that shit. Or if somebody's coming around to bump your car, we see that too if you've played Mario Kart, right? You can't get frustrated for long periods of time. You can't throw your remote at the fucking TV. Say, you know what? Yeah, this sucks, but I have to keep going. I have to go the distance. And you know what's fucking crazy? I had to do another Target run today because when I did the Target run yesterday, I forgot to pick up my prenatal vitamins. No, I'm not pregnant. I've been taking prenatal vitamins for the past 16 years because I was guided to. It's still good for a female to still take prenatals, even though she doesn't plan on getting pregnant or whatever. Anyway, I had to go back to the Target to get my prenatals. And as I was walking towards the self checkout, I saw a magazine that said, Go the Distance. And there was a reader later on as I was eating my dinner. I was listening to that. I heard her say, Go the Distance. And then here I am talking about going the distance with the chariot here. Oh, no, the reader I heard was no, it was yesterday. I was sitting at my altar. No, it wasn't during dinner because I was doing something else during dinner today. It was yesterday. Somebody that who popped up on my feed, and she was talking about go the distance. And then the other reading that I heard today about why you are experiencing so much resistance. It's because you carry something within you that the devil doesn't want you to carry. The devil doesn't want to see you fulfill your purpose. The devil doesn't want you to be successful. He doesn't want you to be that leader. He doesn't want you to be the charioteer for other people, to cheer them on, to help them in their journey, to help them to keep going, right? Even in my own journey, right? And I saw Journey this past Monday night, which was a miracle in itself. I had been wanting to see them since I was a child by the grace of God. It had to do with the devil trying to, you shouldn't go to that concert, Jess. That's going to be extra money out of your pocket. Why are you going by yourself? Because I went by myself. I tend to go to concerts by myself these days. I haven't been to a concert in years. The devil was trying to get in my way of that, from enjoying something that I've been wanting to enjoy since childhood, and I had the opportunity this year. The devil was probably also trying to not get me to buy these roses today. Oh, Jess, those are $5 more than the flowers you were going to get. Why do you need those? Get the cheaper ones. But I'm telling you, it's like the devil here and God here type of thing. That's what you want, Jess. You are deserving of that. You go get what you want. Don't matter about the cost, right? You have to go through these blocks and obstacles, but know how to obliterate them. Because for some of you, this devil is blocking your connection, period. And I'm going to flat out say it because for some of you, you're allowing it. I only speak divine truth here, and I know a lot of you aren't going to like that, but tough shit because if I'm supposed to lead you, the truth has to come out. It's a whole other thing if you don't want to listen, if you don't want to follow it. That's not my problem. But if you want things to progress, you need to change this. This needs to get going. This needs to go away. But the devil isn't always going to go away. You're going to now have to handle this dude better every time. Every time there's resistance, every time the devil gets in your way and you allow it, it's for you to learn to be more clever than the devil to get around it. Not wait for somebody to remove the obstruction, not somebody to remove the barricade. You figure it out on your own, or you get somebody who's been there, done that to help you obliterate the blocks, to obliterate the obstacles. Because some of you are getting in your own way, and there's something stemming with fear, or you're trying to force something to happen. Forcing creates resistance. That's the energy of the chariot in the reverse. And that two of pentacles at the top of the deck that we saw, you're not prioritizing yourself. You're not prioritizing doing the shadow work. You're not prioritizing mission work. You're healing. You're juggling way too many things and you're dropping the ball. There's a lack of discipline with this card in the reverse because, again, Capricorn, they're excellent at being disciplined. They're excellent at like order, okay? Structure. That's what they're great at. But of course, the shadow side of them is rigidity, overdoing it with the structure, overdoing it with the discipline, overdoing it with it has to be done this way because the world says it needs to be done this way. No, because that also ties to materialism, the 3D world. The 3D world says it needs to be done this way, so we need to be doing it this way. No. This is following the law of man, not the law of God, when the chariot is in the upright. They're two different things. So some of you may not be disciplined enough because the two of pentacles in the reverse is you keep dropping the ball. You're not doing your daily practices. You're not doing your work on a daily basis. You're not focusing on yourself. You're not focusing on what you need to do. The two of pentacles is also a resistance to change card, right? Because you want to tie yourself to this dude right here. Toxicity, karmic patterns, karmic relationships, people who are trying to get you to go backwards and not forwards, people who are taking your attention away from you and just putting stuff about your connection and having you focus on your connection. That again, not that you can't focus on your connection, but you can't be obsessive about it. It's like I've seen in people's comments for other channels. Oh my God, you haven't put out a reading for Libra today? I'm going to pass out. I need to know what's going on with my person. I need to know what's going on with my future. I need blah, 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 right? The chariot, that's future, could be future energy in a sense. I need to know what's ahead. I need to know what's ahead. I need to know what's ahead. For what reason? Here it is. What's ahead with the chariot? Oh, hey, you're coming into calmer water, Six of Wands. Your person's going to contact you. You're going to marry your person in the future. Oh, awesome. But you don't put the car in drive anymore. You're sitting at a red light forever, waiting it to turn green when it's been green the whole time and you weren't paying attention because you were on your phone. Apparently somebody did that today. No, it wasn't me. I got all green lights today both ways when I went out for my walk. But anyway, and then when I went to Target. So um you're sitting there and the light's green, but you're not moving because you're not paying attention. You're on your phone. Of course, this is metaphorical. Maybe this is literal for somebody where you're on your phone too much, paying attention to what's going on in the connection or getting readings all day every day or something like that, or following people who I'm getting like zodiac readings and stuff like that. That's why I don't do zodiac readings anymore, guys. People are not focusing on their work. They're paying too much attention to what their zodiac sign is telling them to do, or what the guidance is, or what their future is going to look like with the zodiac sign. As I said, I'm not Virgo sun, moon, rising, but I have very strong Virgo in my chart. I have a stellium in there. So that's a strong part of myself that I have to balance, that I have to have some self-control in, right? When I was talking about moving the flowers around, trying to make them perfect, and my guy's like, Jess," I'm like, "Nope, nope, 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 forget it. Let me fix it a little bit. I'm done." Right? I'm not gonna get obsessive. Like, when I was younger, I had some serious OCD about some things. Maybe some of you have some OCD. Maybe you need some professional help to not be so OCD with things. So, Jason, I'm reading your comment. Kind of like today, little test to see if I would get upset or just accept less than what's right. Yeah. But listen, man, I have to be honest here because sometimes it is hard for me to disseminate these messages, but I'm also very grateful that my guides, that the higher realms trust me well enough and they have chosen me to disseminate these types of messages because a lot of people still don't really have the willpower or courage to do that. And this is no knock on that because at the beginning for me, when I started doing this and I did not plan on having a YouTube channel, I was like, I'm supposed to do what? And then when the truth came out and sometimes people were like, insulting me or on my ass or telling me like crazy shit, it was another test of my willpower. It was a test of my strength. It was a test of like, am I going to continue to do this or am I going to allow people to ruin me or allowing people to get in my way, get in the way of my mission, right? I don't care if I'm unpopular. That's not the point. Because if I have been asked to disseminate these messages in this manner, I'm all for it because I'm doing their will. Because apparently other people were chosen to do that will and they haven't complied. Nothing against them. There's no judgment against those people. I'm just stating what they want me to state because so many people are afraid of the truth. And like what Jason said, I like what you said, Jason. It helps you in teaching as well because Jason's also a teacher. He's one of my students, right? We have to lead by example. But that means being our true authentic selves, and that means saying some very difficult things. People want to point fingers and want other people, it's your fault. It's their problem. They're not making any progress. Like I've heard so many times with the feminines, they're not doing anything. They're not making any progress. So forget them. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to go with soulmate. I'm going to go like date around, blah, 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 blah. But are you on point? Are you making progress or are you dropping the ball? Can you honestly say to yourself, you've been working on yourself every day? Have you been prioritizing yourself every day? Because when you don't do something and you allow stupid shit to get in your way, guess what your person's going to do because they're your mirror? They won't prioritize themselves. They won't prioritize their healing. They will allow shit to get in their way and not doing anything about it. Oh, the light's green. I'm still sitting on my phone. I'm going to stop my chariot in my tracks because it's too hard. I hit a pothole. Oh, shit. I'm going to stop driving for the rest of my life. Have any of you hit a pothole and you stop driving for the rest of your life? I hope not. Has your tire blown out in the middle of the road and you're like, I'm not driving ever again? I hope not. Can't let that fear, can't let those obstacles keep you from moving forward. You got to take this back to you. The Two of Pentacles in reverse is also lack of focus on what you need to prioritize in life. Trying to do too many things at once. This is you overcommitting yourself. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. It's kind of like a mom, you know, she'll bake the cookies, she'll bake the cupcakes, she'll go to all the field trips, she'll take all the kids to soccer, baseball games. she'll do all the work, whatever she doesn't delegate or he doesn't delegate. Yeah, yeah, I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll help you out with that. Or and this is going to be triggering for some. Some of you may be enabling your kids too much, doing everything for your kids too much, and not giving them some responsibility. Capricorn energy. But of course, you can't give all the responsibility to your kid. You got to balance that out with that chariot card. Teamwork is what I'm hearing. So some of you, you're overcommitting yourselves, or you're trying to do way too much for no reason. This could be an ego thing because ego is tied to the devil. Could be pride, unhealthy ego. Fear is also ego. Trying to make yourself look like somebody that you're not because you don't want people to see your flaws. You want people to think that you're like the super mom, the super dad, that you do everything. Wow, look at that mom. Look at that dad. Like, wow, like they do all this stuff and they're always there for the kids and their kids this and their kids that. Like that must be stemming from something about your childhood that you're compensating for. It's the truth, guys. I gotta look like I'm important. I gotta look like I'm somebody. You're actually portraying yourself to be someone you're not by doing that because deep down inside, you know you don't want to do all those things. You know you can delegate. You know you can say no. You know you're overcommitting. So start restructuring your priorities. This could also be a fear of money for some of you, right? Maybe your money's completely out of control because you are prioritizing putting your money towards, and they want me to say it, stupid shit. Meaning stuff that is not for your highest good, that has nothing to do with your healing, that has nothing to do with your wellness, that has nothing to do with your health, that has nothing to do with your spiritual growth, right? It's like you're putting all your money towards things that have nothing to do to align yourself with what God wants for you. Because there's a fear of that money going towards prioritizing yourself, doing things for you. This could be as simple as you going to the spa one day or you going for an hour walk, like I do, right? I make sure my son's taken care of. I'm taken care of. If my son wants to do something, great. If not, great. But I got to make sure Jess is prioritized every day because if not, he's going to make things worse. And when he comes in hard, I'm like, no, you can't get me. I'm golden. I know how to traverse, how to get away from you. It's like rebuking the devil, right? And it's like this in these connections, guys. Some of you, you may be too involved in too many karmic relationships. Maybe some of you are dating because you're thinking that there's no progress being made in your connection, but you have to go look at yourself and ask yourself, have I been doing my work every day? Have I grown? Have I learned? Have I evolved? Am I embodying more of my divine feminine energy? Because with this devil in reverse, there's distortion of masculine feminine energies here. And maybe you're juggling around a lot of people. I'm getting like now all of a sudden I'm getting like dating because there's something about somebody's obsessed with needing somebody in their life or something. That's for some of you, not for all of you. You have to be honest with your situation, guys. A fear of being alone, right? And so you're hopping from one person to the other and you're not prioritizing your health. You're not prioritizing your healing from heartbreak. When one is healed, all are healed. When you haven't finalized your healing, when you haven't completely healed your heart chakra, you're going to attract people who aren't healed either. And it's not going to be a harmonious relationship. They're not going to be prioritizing things, and they definitely won't prioritize you if you're not prioritizing yourself. You see how that works? You got to lead by example. It's strong energy, guys. It's time to reevaluate your priorities because for some of you, the devil's got the best of you. You can't allow that to happen. Not anymore. We're coming into some crazy transits the next few months, guys. Planetary. The devil knows this too. I'm hearing he is out to seek and destroy. I wouldn't want that for anyone. No one on this planet. The last thing you want is to be destroyed, guys. So this is a moment of truth where some of you need to start really thinking about what comes first in your life, and you come first. Especially if you're a Capricorn or a Cancer. I heard that. But don't put a sigh of relief because you're not a Capricorn and a Cancer. Oh god. Okay, good. That's not for me. No, you're not getting off that easy, is what my guides are saying. But there's strong Capricorn Cancer people here. And Capricorns, the shadow side is like, I have to work all the time. I have to be successful. I have to make this money. I have to have a nice house. I have to have this and that and that. I have to be prestigious. I have to look the part. No, yeah, prestigious. I have to have all these accolades. Um, Capricorn does rule the 10th house of career, fame, fortune type of thing. You know, how you're viewed at, especially with regards to the work that you do, your successes, but that doesn't make you who you are. If you're living a miserable life and you have this amazing fucking house, an amazing salary, an amazing career, and you're miserable, you're missing the mark. Somebody's name is Mark here. Why am I hearing Mark Wahlberg? That's kind of weird. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. But there's a Mark here somewhere, or you've been marked, or something like that. Cancers, they know how to love, man. Ah, dude. I have Venus in Cancer. You know what Venus in Cancer is? Those are the people who suffer from unrequited love the most. That's me. For many lifetimes. And I would just like, oh, my warm heart just want to give to people. And God had me learn the hard way with my person. Just stop. Stop overdoing it with the giving. What the hell's going on? And the devil was trying to keep me to that's a karmic path was a karmic pattern of mine because of my Venus placement, guys. And it's in the 12th house. The 12th house is ruled by Pisces. That is the house of undoing. Okay? I was undoing myself by over loving, by over giving, and not loving myself first. Venus energy is Empress energy. It's queen like energy. It's like the boss bitch energy. Forget that. Jess was on the back burner. The Two of Pentacles in the reverse is putting yourself on the back burner every time. But you've got to find the balance with that, with the Two of Pentacles. You're not one extreme and not the other. You give to yourself and you give to others, and you find a way through all the crazy stuff in the 3D world to balance that out. But with the Cancer energy, your shadow side is you overdo it with the giving, with the helicopter parenting, with the over nurturing. I have to take care of everything because I'm afraid my child's gonna die. I'm afraid my child's gonna choke. I'm afraid my child's gonna get all dirty and get sick, whatever it is. I'm afraid my child's not gonna go to college. I'm afraid my child is not gonna be successful because again, the chariot is in the reverse here with the success card. The sex, not sex energy. What? There is something about sex here too, because the devil is sex energy. Okay. Obsession with that. Maybe there's a strong addiction to porn, but let me just not get there right now because I'm on another track. The obsession here, trying to get your kids on a track that was meant for you, that wasn't meant for them. Something about kids or people, trying to get people to follow exactly what you did to be successful when they have their own path to success. Now, again, you could lead them to that. You can guide them. You can be their charioteer, right? Like me. You can cheer them on. You can give them the guidance. You can give them the assistance. But of course, they have to do their own work. And I can lead you to success, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be the one to obliterate your obstacles and your barricades and and remove the speed bumps from the asphalt. That's not my job. That's where the devil comes in, but that's him teaching you to learn how to navigate through those things. All right. And this is not, you can't compare your path to somebody else's either. You can't compare your connection to somebody else's. Some of you, you're obsessed with that. Or you're obsessed with somebody who's like, it seems so easy for them. It might even be you might be looking at me or comparing yourself to me or somebody else or whatever. They make it look so easy, right? The Two of Pentacles isn't energy, is like making it look easy. How do they balance everything out? It took a lot of fucking work, guys. But what I prioritize, I am with God first before I put my feet on the floor. And I make sure I have a hearty breakfast. And I make sure I have my tea, provided, there isn't other stuff that I really, really need to do. I make sure I get my walks in. And during the week, I make sure I go to the gym. If I don't go to the gym, I'll try to do something to compensate for that or do yoga in the house or do a little walk in the neighborhood. Right? I have to find balance in my life. And if I don't get to something, I don't get to it. I don't become obsessive about it. I don't give into fear. Oh my God, I didn't put that reading out. Oh my God, I'm not doing all these things on YouTube. Oh my God, I need to go do that reading for the client. And it's like, and the enemy's trying to get me to worry about the money. Well, Jess, there's money down the drain. There's, whatever, whatever, whatever. You got to crank out the stuff to get the bucks or whatever. Absolutely not. I attract the shit, right? The devil doesn't want you to believe that. The devil expects you to be shadow Capricorn, work, 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 work. You got to do all these things. You have to have this. You have to do all this housework. You have to do all this kid work. You have to do all this stuff at the school. You have to do all this stuff at your job. You have to do all this stuff for your hobbies. You have to do all these things for your mission, whatever it is. Clean the house, do grocery shopping, pay your bills, cut somebody's hair, like, visit somebody. I'm hearing like visiting grandparents or visiting parents, taking care of parents, whatever. Balance it out. And if you're already in a relationship and you're a Cancer and they're a Capricorn or vice versa, and there's something about you guys aren't prioritizing yourselves, but you're also not like having a heart to heart talk to discuss, okay, I'm also hearing Taurus energy. Um, you really need to have a good talk and discuss your needs and your wants and prioritize things. It's like I know when it's time for me to be in a relationship again, I'm gonna make it very fucking clear. I need this, 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 whatever, right? I need to have my hour with God in the morning. I need to do some sort of exercise, whether it's at the gym or do my walk. I need to have my tea time. You have no idea how important tea time is for me on any given day. It's my thing, right? And then I know I have to discuss, okay, I need these things. And then my person has to tell me, what do you need? What is a non negotiable that has to do with your joy and your well being? And then after that's discussed, it's like I'm doing marriage therapy or something here. And it's funny because I don't normally do that, but I mean, who's to say? Marriage counseling, sure, why not? Um, then you guys can talk about, okay, what do we both like to do? What do we both enjoy? What can we do together that we can benefit from the most? Right? Talk about those things. What's going to work for the both of us? I'm hearing something about getting a babysitter. So, hi, Shantae. Where'd she go? Hi, Jonathan. I was wondering if you're going to show up. So, it's like, this may be something in your future, guys, but you've got to learn how to balance yourself out too. And you have to understand, figure out what is priority for you first. Because if you don't, you're gonna overcommit to the other person. You're gonna baby the other person. You're gonna do everything for them when they're a freaking adult, and then your life is gonna be like off track. It's gonna be, you running around so much. There's no stop. There's no end to it, and you've gotten yourself in a totally freaking crazy trap with no peace in it, with no tranquility in it. Somebody here may be afraid to put the brakes on because it's like you're spinning out of control, or something spinning out of control, or a relationship spinning out of control. There could be a fear here of you speaking up. I was not expecting this message, honestly, but it had to come out. But whatever you do not force somebody to conform to your standards. You attract someone who will respect your standards. You can't force people to change. I learned that with my own marriage of nearly 10 years. But what I learned was that I attracted that because I wasn't healed and neither was he. And there's no judgment against him either. I love him just the same. The love is different. It's more agape love, but I mean, I can't like just throw him in the dumpster because he's the father of my child, right? But I've known him for more than half of my life, so he's been a huge teacher for me. Even though during those years, it was very difficult for me, but I kept it in internally when I'm pretty sure everybody else thought that I was living the life where everything was fine, when it really wasn't, right? I had a fear of that. I really had the devil getting control of me, and I was overcommitting myself, and I was trying to please everybody else, trying to make everybody else happy, and then I was the one who was, I put myself out in the cold. How interesting is that? But even then, even though that marriage ended up in divorce, it was a big blessing because it got me to realize something about myself and understanding what is really important in my life and that I am important, that I need to prioritize what I want to do. And I need to make it clear. And I can't be afraid of voicing what it is that I need, that I want. Right? But this is not being forceful. This is not, well, I need this and I need that. So you have to do the same thing. You have to follow my orders. You have to blah, blah, blah. That's shadow Saturn energy. You have to do as I say. You have to follow these rules, my rules. You can have common rules, but what works for you isn't going to work for the other person and vice versa. And it's the same thing, me having a son. His path is different from mine. It's different from his father's, different from everybody else. God has a different plan for him. And I started to stop myself and I was trying to get him to kind of follow a certain way. And God's like, wait a minute, Jess, look what happened to you. You got to trust in where I'm leading your son to include where he's leading me, right? But of course, my son's still tied to me with certain commonalities on our paths and things. I mean, I even learned from my own son. He learns from me, but I also learn a lot from him. He's a brilliant child. He knows way more stuff than I do, and he turns 15 in a few months. Jeez. I can't believe I'm gonna have a 15-year-old. But and when you're in your connections, guys, you can't expect your person to do their work the same way you do. Yes, you are mirrors, but you guys are going to learn differently, you're going to experience it differently, you're gonna heal differently. Your unhealthy attachment will not be the exact unhealthy attachment that they have. If you were in my Valentine's Day thing last night, you should remember what I talked about when I said that stuff. Um, if you're interested in watching the replay, make sure that you download my app and get it so that you can get notifications. Because I'm not really putting much on YouTube anymore because I'm focusing more on the work that I do off of that stuff because I built my own shit. So if you want to know how to watch the replay, you're gonna get some huge insight into your connection because it's stemming off of this reading right here, right now. And if you were already part of it, you will be able to watch it again for free because you already paid the ticket. If you're interested in watching the replay, there is a cost associated with it. Okay. I'm not going to be overgiving and letting everybody watch that replay for free when I had people pay for a ticket. Okay. It's going to be a little less of a cost than the live ticket was, but it would be worthwhile to watch that reading. So if you want to know when that comes out, I highly recommend you download my free mobile app. And that way you can get a notification from me as to when it's available for you to watch so that you can really better understand this whole dynamic here. Um, so let's get Archangel Michael wants to say something. So while I'm getting ready to do Archangel Michael's reading, so if you want to understand the obsession with like sex or porn or whatever, my guides are saying I went into very strong detail. I mean, it was amazing shit that I was channeling when it came to the porn stuff, right? The obsession with sex, all right? Especially with the masculine collective. I highly recommend you watch the replay. And it doesn't have to be like if you're not a divine counterpart or you don't already know that you are one, the relationship part, there's a thing, right? Because this has been a distorted masculine karmic issue for a very, 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 very long time. If you want to get insight and awareness to that, I highly recommend you watch that replay, okay? Because I went into great detail with that stuff. It's going to bring a lot of enlightenment, guys. Trust me. It's going to bring a lot of clarity. It's going to bring a lot of closure to help you understand why, and some of you may know that your person has that type of addiction. Okay? You need to understand the truth as to why that is. But they don't want me to channel it here. That's going to be a whole other 5 hours. If you want to get that guidance, that insight, that clarity, I highly recommend you watch the Valentine's party replay because that actually came out in it. Because I did do, dirty readings in that party, which was a lot of fun, by the way. You get to watch that part too, because I read for other people. They got to spin the down and dirty wheel of fortune. We had a blast in that part, but there were a lot of truth that came out in that too. So if you want to see other people's readings with that stuff, even mine, they had me do a reading for myself in front of the other people there, so you can even see my own stuff. I don't know why I'm saying that because I said some vulnerable things in there, but hey, I can't hide who I really am. All right, what does Archangel Michael want to say? Thank you, Holy Spirit and Archangel Michael. This is so crazy. I was looking at the little hourglasses at Target today. Has anybody seen them in the dollar aisle? There's 3-minute timers, 1-minute timers, 2 minutes, and 5 minutes. One, two, three, and five. All different colored hourglasses with different colored sand. And I was like, these things are cool. I don't know. I didn't see it freeze up for me. No, it is not yet time. This is not the divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. Could be why this isn't park. There's two messages here. You're going to have to figure out which boat you are in, which car you are in. Either some of you need to stop in your tracks, you need to put the car in park and reassess something here, or the devil may be messing with you. You see how this is working? Telling you that it's not the right time to take action or move forward with something. This could very well be for a masculine collective here, or some masculines who have been given the green lights. All I see is green lights by NF. If that's a song that is synchronistic for you, I'm just giving you another confirmation right now with the green light song by NF. I was actually singing that today because I ended up getting all the green lights back from my walk. The devil could be deceiving you, instilling fear into you, thinking that it's not the right time to take action. You need to go to God. I am not going to tell you what this, which one you are, which boat you are in, which car you are in. You're gonna have to trust your intuition. Because you know what? Because the devil came in very strongly into my virtual party last night. And those of you who were there, you experienced that. Okay? The devil also tried to interfere with something with regards to the reading that I did for myself. So you're gonna have to get to center and communicate with God. Either Archangel Michael is telling you now it's not the right time to move forward with something, you need to wait a little bit longer, or, ooh, I just got a message for me. Because there's a better time for this, whatever this is. You should know what this is by now. Or, because the devil is here, he's trying to deceive some of you in telling you the fear. No, now's not the right time to move forward. This could very well be the masculine collective who's been given the green light to head towards the feminine. This could literally be traveling to see the feminine, or they may be already in the area that they're in and they're very close to actually showing up at the feminine's door because, or showing up somewhere because the chariot energy is an unexpected visitor, right? There's more car energy there. This could be something with the influence of Mercury. Is it in Aquarius now? Or, well, Mercury does rule Gemini, but Mercury is third house. Something about your third house. And third house rules cars and transportation and short distance travel. I'm getting a very interesting energy that somebody's masculine's around the corner. Something, your connection is about to go from 0 to 100. Um, Now, maybe some of you masculines watching this, you want to get going. It's like, I need to get there now. but God hasn't given you the go ahead. God has given you the go ahead, but He said, no, wait till Monday, wait till Tuesday, wait till Sunday or something, right? Tomorrow. You're going to have to trust your intuition. If God told you to hold off, but because there's this rushing energy with the chariot, it's like somebody's ready to go. Somebody's ready to go, or somebody's ready to move. All right. The chariot is also like a relocation energy, moving somewhere else. Um, if you've been thinking about moving somewhere else, maybe now is not the right time to move. Or if God has been telling you now's the right time to move, you feel in your heart space, you've been getting the signs, the devil's trying to get interfere with you moving to a better place or getting out of your situation. Listen, guys, I'm not going to, um, they're telling me I can't help you with this one. This is for you to figure out. You're gonna have to know which one, circumstance is yours. But there is something here with the masculine collective. It's like the devil's deceiving you, thinking that you should put your car in park, that you shouldn't head towards the feminine, you shouldn't continue moving forward with your plans, whether it's moving forward with your plans to move, visiting the feminine, showing up at the feminine's door, whatever this is. It's taking action with something. But it could also be God's like, don't jump the gun, masculine, just hold off. Or for those of you who are not in these divine counterpart connections, it's like, don't jump the gun. But again, there's strong deception here because this guy's here. And Archangel Michael is telling me you need to understand what your truth is. Because even my Archangel Michael is testing you. Did God already tell you to move forward with something? Then do it. If God told you to be patient and wait, then do it. The bottom of the deck is a number 11 card. Embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Whatever this is, either you need to act now or you're not supposed to act now. It's going to determine you manifesting a miracle. I know this sounds very confusing, but Archangel Michael is helping me to try to give as much clarity with this part of the reading as possible. Because some of you already know your answer and you're probably trying to go to tarot, whatever, to get a confirmation or to say, yes, proceed, or no, don't proceed. But remember, the devil's coming in to throw some of you off where God told you to take action. The devil's like, no, don't take action. Because remember, the devil can come in as an angel, the devil can come in as some other higher entity deceiving you. But I'm able to pick this out, I'm able to pick this up. So the devil's trying to get you to contradict yourself. You really need to trust in what God has already told you before you step foot into this life. If God said go, do it now, you do it now. If your gut is screaming to take action, you know this is the right thing to make that move now, you do it now. Because now what's happening is the devil's trying to get in your way to keep you from moving forward and say, oh, wait, wait, wait. No, Archangel Michael's talking to you. You're getting, no, don't do it yet. And some of you like, no, now's not the right time. Now's not the right time. Now's not the right. I shouldn't be doing this now. I shouldn't be doing this now. Right? I gotta wait it out. I gotta wait it out. But that's your ego talking. And that's the devil coming in. No, don't act now when you're supposed to act now. You get what I'm saying? It's like, again, it's contradiction. Oh, I thought I was supposed to do something now, but now the cards are telling me not to do it? For some of you, it's a lie. And it's the other way around. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to do anything. And the devil's like, no, you're not supposed to do anything. But you know deep down inside you're supposed to do something. I hope that makes sense. Jonathan, yeah, I know you sent me your thing. So I'm going to read the cards anyway. This is a huge guys, this guy's really trying to mess with a lot of you. Ooh. You know what I'm gonna say? Because this is a collective reading, if you want to know exactly what you should be doing with your situation, I highly recommend a personal reading. That is the only way you're going to get complete clarity. Because I know some of you are still confused because there's still fear. Because you're saying, oh, I'm not supposed to do anything right now. But God's like, no, you're supposed to do something. And the others of you are, I got to take action. I got to take action. But then this card's telling you, oh, wait, no, I don't take action. Wait a minute. I highly recommend either you get something from the menu in the description box or you book a personal reading with me outside of this space because this guy won't be influencing it that much. You get a personal reading, a more in-depth, more insightful reading so that you know exactly what this situation is for you, what it looks like, and how to proceed. Okay? That is the best advice that I can give you right now. So the 20 card says, no, it's not yet. Blah, blah, blah. No, it is not yet time. The human experience, by its very nature, creates impatience. You are a soul living the illusion of planet Earth. The soul within you is used to everything you want being presented to you instantly. When your soul is not in a body, you can merely think of who you wish to see and immediately be together. You can envision an experience you want to have, and poof, you have that experience. The soul in you remembers that, so you create the soul in you remembers that. So you create cell phones for instant connection via voice, video, or text. That's a strong message that somebody's about to communicate. And you've been told that now's the time to communicate, but the devil's fucking with your head, telling you it's not the right time. You really need to trust in your inner guidance, your inner knowing, especially if you're a masculine watching this. The soul in you remembers that, so you create cell phones for instant connection via voice, video, or text, aircraft and trains to get from there to here quickly, and other devices that your ancient ancestors would be unable to distinguish from magic. However, you are not in this illusion alone. Being in the physical world is a similar experience to that of playing a video game with others. Sometimes the timing of things needs to work with multiple people's schedules. In other words, it's not just about you. So maybe you wish to sell your home right away, but the perfect buyers don't have the financing yet. As impatient as you can be, sometimes you just have to wait. There's something about moving here for some of you. This is one of those times that calls for patience. If you are asking about the immediate future, you need to wait a bit longer and allow things to remain on hold. You will know when the right time comes along because your guardian angels and I will give you signs that will be impossible to dismiss. But for now, let a little more sand pass through the hourglass before proceeding. Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. That's where my first name came from a soap opera, from Days of Our Lives. Fun fact. All right. So, and I'm forever grateful that my mom gave me that name because you can have so many variations of it. Embrace this magical moment, all right? You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. There is a timing thing with these miracles, guys. There are times in every soul's human experience when the perfect energy comes together for all your dreams to come true. You can call it the stars aligning. I was just about to say the stars are aligning. If you were in my party last night, this is piggybacking off of the stars aligning for something. You can call it the stars aligning or having a run of good luck, but however you phrase it, the result is the same. It's pure magic. The truth is, this kind of energy is always available to you. You just aren't aware of how to tap into it. But occasionally you accidentally shift into the space of manifesting what you truly want, and then there's no stopping you. Nothing can hold you back from the magical life you deserve. I wish I could tell you that this will last forever, but that's not actually the case in the human experience. So here's my advice: take advantage of this moment, ride the wave. Don't question how and why things are happening, just allow it to all unfold. Make as many wishes as you can and keep up the faith around each one. Because in the end, that's what this is all about, faith. Now go, go, go. Go make some magic. I've been experiencing a lot of magical, instantaneous things lately. If you've been seeing my posts on my mobile app, you know what those are. Okay. Top of the deck is regain your focus. I told you, trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. What did I talk about? Some of you are losing focus, and they want me to read that card because it's really relevant to this. 27. Some of you, you're not allowing the magic to come in because you're not prioritizing you getting into alignment with experiencing that type of magic, right? Or you're not believing in that magic. You have to start working on yourself, kind of like allowing your inner child to believe in that again. And we talked about that in the party last night. Um, and some of you have the car in park, and like you keep dropping the ball. You're not prioritizing, following your divine guidance and staying on track. The chariot card in the reverse is that you got off the path because you let trivial things get in your way. No matter what the fuck happens, guys, you keep moving. You keep going. No matter what. Because you have to trust that God's leading your steps. He's always ahead of you. So some of you, this devil's been throwing shit at you. You don't even think it's the devil. Okay? You didn't even think it was the devil. You're like, oh shit, it was the devil, really? The devil got you off your path. Whatever this is, fear, obsession, not doing your work, whatever, it's you gotten off the path. You got off track. Don't beat yourself up for that. You just have to come to terms with being honest with yourself why you got off track and what led you to get off track. And if you realize those things, then you're being really honest with yourself. Say, okay, I need to cut that out of my life. I got to make some changes. Two of Pentacles. That said, Two of Pentacles in the reverse is not making the changes necessary you need to make because you're afraid of the changes. You don't want things to shift. You want things to stay the same. For one, you can't expect permanent harmonious union with your person if things stay the same right now. You can't expect that. You got to be in your north node. Some of you are still in your south node. Okay? South node is your comfort zone. Everything's working okay. Everything's fine right here. This is who I am. This is what I do. Is it real? Do you feel happy with where you're at right now? Do you feel happy with who you are right now? Do you feel excited about life every morning? Maybe not, which means something's got to give, something has to change, and the change starts with you. Regain your focus. Michael says, daily life is currently distracting you from your primary goals and life purpose, and I am here to remind you of why you are on Earth. If you feel confused as to your life purpose, ask me for signs and messages to help you remember. It is also necessary that you ground yourself and focus on the things that are most important to you at this time. Therefore, I have asked my brother Archangel Metatron to help you during this time. Archangel Metatron is saying to you, I am here to assist you with getting back to your priorities as a soul and as a human incarnate. I am placing my symbol, the Metatron cube, which is also the Merkaba here, the flower of life, on your forehead to provide intuitive insights into what really matters to you in case you might be confused and need to ground your understanding. A lot of you, your root chakra is way, way off base. It's totally severely blocked. You need to find out what's blocking it and work on removing that block. I can also share with you the gift of time shifting. If you feel there simply aren't enough hours to complete a project, just ask me and I will slow down time for you as an individual. Late for an appointment? I can arrange for you to get somewhere faster than should be possible. I can also speed up time for you if you should need that. I am honored to help you in any way I can so you can concentrate on the big picture. It's like I was asking Metatron, I wanted to like make sure I got everything in order for the live and stuff like that. But I had my hour walk and I said, Metatron, can you please give me all the green lights? He gave me the green lights both ways. Metatron, Archangel Meta, can you slow down time for me? Can you speak? I mean, you have to believe that he can do that though, right? But of course, there's a safety issue with that. I'm hearing stuff like that. So, um, all right, hold on. So that's that. I forgot to say, while I'm shuffling the Romance Angels cards, is there anybody who would like a personal reading here? Or if you prefer, if you want one of the nittier grittier ones, like the really, really, really deep readings, I highly recommend you book one of my services on my website. Or if you already have the mobile app, you can book a reading there. Okay? Because the ones in the menu, they will give you some help, but if you really want a deep dive into stuff, like I can read the shit out of cards, but I don't need the cards, right? I just pick up that stuff because I'm not gifted. If you really want a deep dive, if you really want to get to the nitty gritty, get some true clarity, divine truth, I highly recommend that um, you book a personal reading. Now, if this is a love reading, obviously. If you need a love reading, I still have my sale going on for all the love readings on my website. If you go to capellawellness.com and you click on the Capella Service Suite, all the readings on the front page of my Capella Service Suite, they're all at discounted prices. You don't need a coupon or anything. I already changed the price for you. So it'll say sale, or the ones that don't say sale, they actually are a discount because they're completely new readings that I've never posted on my website, but they're still at a discounted rate, right? I think I have in the description box what the original cost of that reading is, especially the love reading, the in-depth one. That's $55 off. Okay. My usual readings for those types of like 45-minute readings. So if you're looking for something like that, a really in-depth love one, that one is the one to choose. I do have other ones. The handwritten letters from your person are also discounted. I have mini love readings. That's also at a discounted cost. Um, love messages from your person. There's a whole bunch of message cards that come out. That's at discount cost. Anyway, I'm saying that because if you really, really need something that's just like, I need to get as much as I possibly can from the divine from this, I highly recommend that you book a personal and take advantage of the sale that is going on. Okay. So let's see how your masculine's feeling about you right now. I guess there's a lot going on here, ladies and gentlemen. What do I do with this, Holy Spirit? Just read the one. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. All right. Be a little bit flirty. Okay. Don't be so rigid like some Capricorns can be. And I know I love Capricorns because I know quite a few Capricorns, but be lighthearted. Be a little bit frivolous, like, or frivolity, right? Merriment. Like, just have some fun. Okay. Extend your lighthearted energy to other people. This is not just in your relationships. Maybe there's an energy where you need to go back to like flirting with each other a little bit. There's also an energy with the masculines who are about to approach their feminines. They're about to take action towards their feminines. I mean, there's a strong energy of somebody who's literally around the corner, like somebody who's not too far from you, who's like, expect a phone call or an offer to meet up or an offer, can I come to your house type of thing. That's what I'm hearing. There's a masculine collective here that is, you're being guided to go back to your flirtatious nature, kind of like how you were when you met the feminine, because that's probably how you kind of captured their attention or something. So again, whatever this is, be lighthearted, because some of these masculines who are preparing to come in, there's still a little bit of fear there, and the devil's lurking around trying to get them to throw them off, trying to put all this stupid shit in their head, trying to get them to believe nonsense or whatever it is, trying to instill all this fear, all this doubt, um, and also telling them you can't come in as yourself because that's not who you were when the feminine met you, or maybe the feminine knew that's who you were, that she saw right through you type of thing. Um, And the devil, I mean, God just wants the masculine collective to just go back to their flirtatious nature and have a little bit of fun in the beginning. Don't be so like shadow Capricorn and be all like serious. Hey Jess, what's up? Um, how's work? How's your business? Right? Throw your sense of humor in there. Throw some fun in there. Be flirtatious. Be lighthearted. Be funny. Be comical. Be like a kid. Throw in a joke. I don't know. Okay. But you see with all these cards coming out, see how I was talking about unrequited love? There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Some of you need to come to the realization that whoever, if you're in a relationship right now, this is for those of you who are like dating or you're in actual marriages or relationships, either you need to work on that or you know deep down inside you're not on the same page. You don't like the same things. You have different goals. You have different aspirations. You have different dreams. You are realizing that you don't have a lot in common. One person's giving too much love to the other, and maybe you've been trying to work it out, or maybe you've been trying to force that person to change. Again, you cannot do that. If they don't want to change, that's on them. I already went through this several times, and God was like, "Stop the chariot, Jess. Get off of the chariot. You're not riding this ride anymore. You're not riding this race anymore." It's like when you're at Disney World and Little Mermaid gets stuck, right? Or you're the Haunted Mansion and you're in the buggy and you're going backwards. This happened to me one time. What's the somebody, does anybody who goes to Disney World, you know what it says? Um, something, we apologize for the inconvenience. You know, your dune buggy will resume, whatever. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about, some of you. The ride just stops. And then you have to be patient and see if it's going to resume again. But there have been times where people have literally had to get out of the ride. Okay. So some of you know that you need to get off the chariot, and your gut's been telling you this for a while. Others of you, you may need to discuss something if you're having a hard time in your relationship, right? Because it could very well be there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this going. You guys don't have the spark. You don't have the passion. You don't see eye to eye. You like all these things that they don't like, and there's not one common thing that you like, or there's very little common things that you like, or you're super passionate about something, and that person is not, nope, I'm not passionate about that at all. And that's like your bread and butter type of thing. You're better off in relationships with people where you have the similar passions, guys. So you are hardcore about shit. Like me, it's music. Okay? And intellectual thinking and intellectual conversations. But music is at the pinnacle here. If you're not as passionate about music as I am, it's not going to work. I had to realize that the hard way. right? It also helps if you play a musical instrument, right? For me, I'm talking about my standards, right? Things that are really important to you. And some of you, you're going to have to be honest with yourselves. So they're not going to have me go through all the other ones because there's way too much going on here. Look what's at the bottom of this: religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Yeah, this is like a very twin flaming type of energy. Maybe you guys are different religions, right? Or you are the same religion, but one has been strictly religious upbringing compared to you. With that Saturn energy, that's like hardcore Catholic or something, right? Um, so that's what we got with that. So, um, hi, Rue. Let's get Jonathan. Are you here? Oh, thanks for the donation, Jason. So, okay, Devil, let's go put you over here. All right, let's see what they want to say. What? Okay, that doesn't want to go back in the deck. So before I shuffle even some more, I want us to move in together. See what I mean? There is a moving energy. It's like God has told some of the masculines, go. You're going to go talk to them. You're going to go tell them blah, 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 blah. Let's go moving together. Because again, I did talk about moving somewhere. Now, somebody is manifesting a miracle of moving or relocating or having a completely different home. And some of you, you're going to be moving in with your masculines. Now, here's some other message here. Other people may be influencing this, or the devil will make you to start feel guilty because this is going to happen very fast. I said somebody's connection is going to go from 0 to 100, and you're going to have to move at a moment's notice. Like if you watch my daily guidance readings, which I highly recommend that you guys watch, okay? I give my all in those things. Go ask Jason. Okay. He's been around for a while. That could really help you. And there are certain monthly memberships where all you need are daily guidance readings and your card of the week extended reading. And you'll get a lot from those readings every week. It's 12 to 15 videos a month, guys. That membership, I think, is 3333, the Jesus number. That could really be worth your while. That's a lot of fucking guidance. Anyway, so I was talking about some of the feminines, they may be moving in the next couple of months. I'm not going to say the month it was because that was only revealed to the members, but there was a particular month that was standing out. So there could also be when the master say he shows up all of a sudden, he takes action, he's following his divine guidance, and all of a sudden says, hey, you know what? Why don't you move in with me? Whatever, whatever. And you'll be moving within a month, 2 months, maybe the beginning of spring, the end of winter. And the double energy is other people, or you know that it's coming, but when it actually happens, the fear might sit in because you're going to start thinking about your family members, where you are now, especially if you're living with other people. And you're going to be like, oh shit, it's here. I'm manifesting this. It's manifested. Now I need to go through with it. And you may be thinking, no, now's not the right time. Maybe we should wait. You're going to have to go to God for that. But the devil's going to be an influence in that too. There's also, again, with the masculine, something about them moving to where the feminines are, or they've already moved to where the feminines are, or they're having the feminines move to where they are. It's going to be different for everybody. Um, But if you're a member of mine, you know this card keeps coming out. It keeps showing up. I will shower you with gifts. Somebody's literally getting a house as a gift, okay? Make no mistake about that. Somebody's manifesting a house, and instead of you manifesting the money for your own place, God is going to bless you with something greater because your masculine or somebody else is buying the house for you. And if you have kids, yeah, that includes your kids too. Do you see how big of a miracle that is? Do you see how when you get yourself into alignment and you do your hard work, that you can manifest shit like that? Because you may have been praying to God to move somewhere else and to have the money to go pay for rent or pay for that mortgage or to go buy that house or live and move to that city. And it's money, 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 money. I need the money. I need the money. I need the money. That's the devil energy. It's materialism. When you are limiting yourself and not getting to an energetic vibration of you attracting the house being bought for you already through somebody else or something else. That's the potential that you have. But we're not taught that, are we? It's a programmed view of how we achieve success, of how we acquire material possessions, especially the big things like cars and houses and furniture or whatever. Okay? Embrace this magical moment. This is a very powerful card. You're in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Somebody's getting their wish and moving somewhere else, and you're going to be moving in with your person. I'm getting very strongly the feminine is moving in with the masculine, not the other way around. Again, I will shower you the gifts. You're not just getting a house, you're getting a car, you're getting, I don't know, God knows what else. Maybe you're getting 2 cars because the chariot is a car card. Okay. Let me keep shuffling because that just didn't want to go back in there. What else does the masculine want to say, Holy Spirit? Whoa. What did I say? I'm planning something really big for you. You'll be shocked. So, what's going through my head right now? If that actually comes to pass, I might pass out. I'll pass out. I'll shit a cow and a sheep. I'll cry my eyes out, tears of joy, like the River Jordan thing. Um, I don't even know because of what I'm seeing right now. Something that's on a manifestation list. And I said to myself, if that actually happens, holy fuck. I'm planning something really big for you. You'll be shocked. This is also God telling you. God has something very big for you. Okay. This is a huge shock and awe for somebody here. This is for those who are in alignment, those who kept on their path, those who didn't get distracted by trivial things being thrown to you by the devil, those of you who kept on with your work, right? You didn't let any stupid shit get in your way. You didn't let Valentine's Day get in your way. Okay? That's a huge message for somebody. So, the big shocker for some of you, yeah, you're moving in with your masculine. Now, for some of you, this is not happening until years later. It's not happening until you get into alignment with it. And the fact that you believe that this can be possible. Um, so some of you are going to be having to move at a moment's notice. It's quickly approaching, is what I'm hearing. But this masculine has a whole bunch of other things planned for you. Remember, I will shower you with gifts. I told you. They've got really big things planned here, and they're so ready to go. It's not even funny. The feminines, some of you are feeling the energy. You are seeing miracles left and right. You are just like hopping and skipping and belting out songs while you're driving or you're on your walks or you're at the store or something like that. You're dancing around your shower, your bathroom, whatever. You've been playing music at all hours of the day and you're feeling like you are on cloud 1000. All right. If you're feeling this shift already, you are already expecting the shock. You already sense it. But I mean, you've been in this energy for weeks now. There has not been one day where you've been like five of cups. Now, you could have been like five of cups a little bit, like, this sucks. This is a sad thing, but you got out of it real fast, like the chariot card. You've been zooming, but your energies have been super high lately, and it's because you're feeling what's coming. You're aligning yourself with the shock because it's gonna blow you out of the fucking water. Big time. You think you've been shocked and you've been amazed by God. God's been setting you up for the big shit, and it's gonna come from your masculine. He's setting you up to get you to realize what your power is, and then the things you've been manifesting for years are all going to happen one after the other. It's like the Eight of Wands energy. Oh my God. Wow. I saw this on my walk today. Look what it is. Those of you who've seen my post, I have proof. If you download my app, you go to my app, I posted this. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. It's the cross. Oh my God. I need to show you something. I'll be right back. I was telling you guys about the shirt I wore earlier today, right? Look what's on the shirt. This is the shirt I was talking about. My Waymaker shirt. Light in the darkness. Isaiah 42:16. It wasn't 11. I'm not making this up. I said a couple of hours ago what shirt I was wearing today. There's a cross here, obviously, right? That's the third cross that I've got today. When God sends you something three times or more, that is huge. In a short span of time, I wore this today. When stuff like that happens, guys, you're in fucking alignment. But it's gonna take a lot of work to get there. You can't put the car in park all the time. You're gonna have to gas up every once in a while, but you're gonna have to keep going. You can't stop in your tracks, and you can't let that devil, or anyone for that matter, throw you off. Because for some of you, the trivial shit has been taking you off your path. Really understand why you are here and why you are in this connection. And if karmic things, karmic relationships, toxic patterns, whatever, aren't working for you, do something about it. Because God has so many fucking miracles for you. He wants to shock you day in and day out. And when he starts doing that, you're closer to the big bang of things. Okay? The explosion of things. But he's not going to give that to you if you allow the devil to throw you off every time, and he keeps you from the devil distracts you from your purpose, from staying on the path, from staying on track. Okay? And again, this is nothing to feel guilty about. This is nothing to feel shameful about. This is God getting you to wake up and say, "Hey, it's now time to focus, to focus on what is really right for you, on what is important for you. Not your person, not the connection, not any bullshit stuff. It's what you need and what you truly want. And you're going to have to go sit with yourself and talk it out loud to yourself and talk to yourself in the mirror and have a conversation. What is it that I really need in life? I really want in my life. What am I going to do to make it happen? What am I going to do to change it? And it has nothing to do with love. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with your job or career. It has everything to do with your purpose. It has everything to do with what makes you joyful. Period. That stuff is not going to come outside from yourself. And you're going to have a shit ton of faith when you make those changes. When you get back in the car and you go from park to drive. You go from first gear to fifth gear if you drive a manual. This is a letter T, of course, but that's how I see it. This is Christ consciousness. You are so in tune and aligned with Christ consciousness that this guy doesn't get in your fucking way. It doesn't even become a thorn in your side. It's just a little flea. It's a little ant flinging off, right? It does nothing to you. Nothing. It's possible. It's like, this is so interesting because, and Ash Wednesday was Wednesday, which is funny because my mom sent a video with Mark Wahlberg and Jonathan Rumi in this Fox Friends show. I didn't watch it yet. And they had gotten their ashes, right? Maybe it has something to do with Ash Wednesday for some of you. Maybe it has to do something with your religion. Okay? Listen, and I'm not knocking any religion. I grew up Catholic. I was a freaking devout Catholic. I wrote the entire Bible at the age of 15, Lenten season of 1995. Okay? I've made all my sacraments. But until I went through my awakening, I have never been closer to God ever. And I stopped going to church. And there's nothing wrong with going to church, okay? This is my journey, my experience, my relationship with God. But if you're starting to question things, that's not a bad thing to question. The devil wants you to get you to think that you shouldn't be questioning that stuff or God. We're all different people. Our relationship with God is not going to be exactly the same. You can expect somebody to tell you how to live your life and how to have a relationship with God and have that set for you and everybody else that you know. You can pray for people about it. But again, everybody's path is different. If we were all the same, right? If I was you or all of you were like me, we'd all have exactly the same journey, exactly the same path. Do you know how fucking boring that would be? We wouldn't learn from each other. Oh, hey, Jess. What's up, Jess? What's going on, Jess? It's like the Barbie world. Everybody was called Barbie, but remember, everybody was a different Barbie. We're all different, but we're all the same. And our faith is going to be achieved differently. It's going to be acquired differently. It's going to be how we get to our levels of faith is going to be different for everybody. There's a masculine. You know what? For some of the masculines here, this is not for everybody. When I saw the cross in the sky on my walk today, there's a picture of it. And then there was a license plate that I took a picture of that I saw afterwards that I've never seen in my life. God was revealing to me that the reason why I saw the cross in the night sky the time that I did, with the thought that I had, oh, there's also the song that I heard today when picking up food for me and my son. It was Stain's song called So Far Away. And when I pulled up the lyrics to that song when I was at a light, I started to cry tears of joy because if you read the lyrics to that song, God was telling me that some of the masculine collective, they've made it out alive. They're no longer struggling with themselves with the connection. They're no longer caught in the past. They're no longer controlled by the devil because the other side to this is that they have released their fears. They're no longer bound by this dude anymore because they have aligned themselves with full Christ consciousness. And when that song came out of fucking nowhere and I was not planning to go to this place to get food, my son suggested a place. And I went to other places first before I picked up the order. I'm telling you, God orchestrates things in miraculous ways when you are aligned. But that's going to take a considerable amount of work to do. And I will say it again, you can't get off your path no matter what the fuck is thrown at you. No matter what the hell your person's doing, no matter where your person is not contacting you on Valentine's Day or you're not having a partner on Valentine's Day, it doesn't mean shit. It's just a fucking day. So you want to experience things like that? I walked into that place and I heard the song. I'm like, why does the song feel familiar? And I Shazammed it. I said, oh my God, Aaron Lewis. And then I looked up the lyrics. Oh my God. I was so overwhelmed with joy. I started crying. I've been crying in my car for the past 2 days, but it's been the grace of God. It's been the Holy Spirit moving through me with what is happening in the collective for some of the collective. The masculines have learned to forgive themselves fully and other people. Extend your lightheartedness to others. No longer holding grudges, no longer putting blame on other people, right? This cross, this high vibrational card here also means forgiveness, compassion, understanding, no judgment at all. It's pure Christ consciousness, which also means with that Stained song, their struggles are done. Their worries, they faded. They now have a smile on their face and they're now proud of who they are. They're proud of who they've become now. They're no longer restricted by these religious factors with whatever religious upbringing they had. They've learned how to build their own relationship with God without this religious restriction. I'm hearing boa constrictor. I could cry right now, man. But when God showed me that cross in the night sky, I also heard some of the masculine collective has fully resurrected. And so this could be an indication where the resurrection is currently happening, meaning they could literally be fully resurrected by the time Easter rolls around. And Easter rolls around the full moon in Libra, guys, all the time, if you didn't know. Even the Catholic Church goes by the lunar calendar. Look it up. I discovered this out of nowhere last Easter season, last Lenten season. So, and let me tell you, if I wouldn't have gone on this journey, and it all started with my person, right? So I owe a lot to him too, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him, and God wouldn't have orchestrated our crossing our paths. It's amazing how God had us meet in the first place and what led up to it. I wouldn't be able to pick up on these things. I wouldn't be able to see the magic. I wouldn't be able to see how God operates and to experience the shocks and awe's from God. And I've been seeing these things on a daily basis for weeks, and it's the most glorious thing. Um, but we have to understand that we have to kind of navigate these very unpaved roads to better understand how we relate to God in our own way. And so this could mean where the masculines, some of the masculines are being resurrected. It's either now in the next few days, and February 22nd is a big day. I believe that is the day that Mars conjuncts Venus in Aquarius. And if you have Aquarius in the seventh house, this is very significant for you. Um, there could be something of a resurrection with that transit. The end of February is going to be a big month for a big end of month for a lot of people. And Pisces season starts today, February 18th, because it's technically 12:26 a.m. where I'm at. So happy birthday, Pisces. It is your season. It is the last season of the zodiac. So things are really cycling out. So this could very well be that a masculine's gonna come back like resurrection, like the Jesus thing, completely divine masculine Christ. Um, Either at the end of this month, uh, or around Easter time, or between now and the end of spring or something. But don't get caught up in the timing of this. Um, there was a big thing between Cancer and Capricorn season of last year for some of you. Wow. You know who you are, those of you who are fully aligned with Christ consciousness. And God has been showing you the signs that you are aligned. Your thoughts and your beliefs are aligned with your truths. That's one of my oracle cards. What did I fucking say? Knock, knock. I'm standing outside your door. I'm about to make you an offer with no strings attached. Make sure your ringer is on. I'm about to call you. The energy has been gaining momentum every single day. What's at the top? It will happen within 36 hours. That might be literal for somebody in a day and a half. I did say something about the masculines, like God said, no, you do it the 18th, the 19th, the 20th, or whatever, or no, you whatever, something along those lines. It could be 36 weeks, 36 days. It's not 36 years. I'm not getting that. It breaks down to a 9. 9 is about a cycle ending. I'm hearing something at the 11th hour. This is a card that means it's going to happen quickly. Have faith in me and in us, for I have faith in you. We all need to have faith in these connections, guys. Faith is the hardest thing to master as a human being. That is what I have come to understand. With everything that I've been through and everything that God throws at me, and then the devil tries to get me to doubt and tries to get me to second guess and tries to, no, Jess, you should be doing the 3D world thing. Look at how everybody else is handling it. You should be doing that too. You should be fixing your own problems. We do have responsibilities, but you know what I'm saying. Faith over fear is everything. And the more faith you have, remember, God only says in the Bible it's faith is tiny as a mustard seed. But somebody here has faith that may be bigger than the planet of Jupiter. Okay? That's what they're telling me. Somebody here has big balls faith. And the fact that you have that much faith, that much unwavering faith, the miracles that are coming to you are going to be as big as your faith. But it's not easy. God knows I know it is not easy, especially in these connections. Okay. I'm approaching my 9th year with my connection with my person. And when Archangel Michael and your guides talk about patience, everything happens in divine timing because they know exactly when everything needs to happen so that the miracle can unfold right before your very eyes. But remember, miracles are aligned with very high frequencies, which also tie into the alignment of the planets because they activate things and they carry their own energy, right? Did you know that when the Constitution was being signed, I can't remember if it was Ben Franklin or one of the founding fathers. It might have been Ben or something. They were looking at the Farmer's Almanac and they were going to sign the Declaration of Independence when the moon was in Capricorn. And somebody said, no, 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 no. We need to sign it when the moon is in Aquarius. And Pluto was in Aquarius during that time, 1776. So even they knew the opportune time to sign that declaration, to stand up the United States of America, so to speak. There's something about moon cycles, and the full moon in Virgo occurs on the 24th, which is a couple days after, I believe, the Mars-Venus conjunction. That full moon in Virgo is going to be massive. Okay? I am having a full moon in Virgo activation on the 23rd around 9:30 p.m. It's a Friday. If you can join in that, I highly recommend that you do. So you can benefit from the energies, amplify them, and activate whatever comes through with the energy of that moon. That's going to shift some gears here. But of course, you also have to do your part, right? You got to stay in alignment. You got to keep going. You got to keep following your divine guidance. I even give guidance in those activations. Whatever guidance is given in those moon activations, you got to keep following through with it. All right. So we've got some big shit happening here. Um, Jonathan, did you leave? Because no, Jonathan, I know you talked to me like really early this morning. Jonathan, did you fall asleep? All right. Let's get. They want me to get a guidance card, and they want me to pull another message card, and then I'm going to do the personals. So that's kind of cool because I haven't been on here for too long. Maybe I'll watch a movie or something. All right. Look, I don't even have to say anything. Your hard work has finally paid off. You know who you are. Your hard work will pay off, guys, when you stay the course, no matter what happens. It's going to take some time for you to get into that rhythm. I understand. Okay. I'm not perfect either. Way at the beginning of my journey, I was falling off the wagon. I was getting out of my chariot. I was getting off the train while I was going through the darkness, right? I wasn't trusting the engineer. I wasn't trusting God. I've been there, guys. I'm not perfect either. I know better now. And I've been thrown, a lot of stuff has been thrown at me. A lot. And it's been tough. It's been challenging. But the stronger I become, the easier the challenges become. It is such a blessing to be able to see challenges that way, guys. Because from your life's experiences how God has come through every fucking time. And you're like, okay, I got this. God's got this. I just got to stay in alignment. I just have to trust God. I have to just keep moving forward. I have to stay on track. I cannot lose focus on God. The main focus you need to be working on is keeping your eyes on God at all times. And when you do all that hard work, it is going to pay off, but you need to be patient. It'll happen in divine timing. But again, that sword is here. That sword, Ace of Swords of focus, and the top of the deck was you need to regain your focus. There's Archangel Michael's Metatron cube, right? Look what's at the bottom of the deck. New beginnings are here. For those of you who are aligned, ouch. Even when you're not seeing anything in the physical world, guys, you need to keep pushing forward. You can't get off the wagon. You can't stop, put the car in park, wait for something else miraculous to happen. You got to faith it till you make it. You have to continue to do the hard work until you see the miracle happen before your eyes. God needs you to have the faith all the whole way in order to get there. He knows the devil's going to try to deceive you. Well, I'm putting in all this hard work. Nothing's happening. I'm not seeing any progress. You have to be honest with yourself. Either you're the one not making any progress, which is why you're not seeing anything, or if you've been putting in the hard work and you're staying on track and moving forward with willpower, it's just a matter of timing. God has a time and a place for everything and everyone. It has to be perfectly aligned to God's standards, not ours. We can wish for the timing of things till we're blue in the face, but we're not God. We don't know when the perfect opportune time is. He does. And I would rather let God do his work while I do mine to make sure that when everything's ready to go for me, it's the best case scenario. It is the miracle of all miracles. I'm not settling for anything less than that. But I know what I have to do to stay in alignment with it. You just moved up a level. Be good to yourself. Journey song. Keep taking care of you. The others of you, now is the time. New beginnings are here for you to start putting in the hard work, and you're not stopping until you get to where God needs you to be. Until you see the miracle happen, until you see what it is that you're manifesting in the physical. There's no stopping from here on out. But I can't tell you what to do. If you keep falling off the wagon, that's fine. That's what you want. It's fine. You don't want to put in the hard work. That's fine. But don't expect yourself to be in alignment with the miracles. Don't expect to see them day in and day out. That's just how it works. A lot of you have to start being good to yourself, but I mean, you need to start treating yourself better and like really taking better care of yourself. Top of the deck. Here's your guidance for Sunday, guys. Today, do absolutely nothing. You will not believe the miracles that can come in when you're doing nothing, guys. When you're in rest mode, that's when you have faith that things are still going to work out for you. This is a thing even in the States that is just, oh my God, it's messing people up. I have to be busy. I have to work hard all the time. I have to do this. I have to do this every day. And then you get exhausted. And then you get stressed out. And then you're yelling at everybody. And then you're in a bad mood. Nobody wants to be around that. That doesn't attract miracles. That's low vibrational shit. Take a day off. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your Monday. Whatever this day is. Do nothing. But do things that you love to do. Go sit at the beach all day and do nothing. Listen to music. Go eat some crabs. I don't know, whatever. Get extra sleep. Read a book. Play a musical instrument. I don't know, whatever. So for those of you who've done your work, God's like, you're gonna take a long vacation. Some of you are going on a really nice vacation. Maybe you're traveling the world, you're going cross country, or you're traveling to the other side of the state, but you're going by car. Some of you, because you've worked that hard, like you deserve time off. You deserve to do nothing. It's closer than you think. This is also I'm getting for those of you who've been persevering and you've just like, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. I'm not getting off the path. I'm going the distance, right? You are now going to live a life where you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to put in the hard work of getting yourself into alignment, of defeating the devil, all these other things, um, ending your karmic patterns, whatever. The fear thing goes away, the materialism goes away. This is somebody here. You are fully not of the world, but you know you're in the 3D world because you're that in alignment with Christ consciousness. So your new life, your new beginnings are now going to have a lot more downtime going forward. You're going to coast, but everything's going to be handed to you. That is Empress energy. She doesn't lift a finger. She attracts amazing shit, but she doesn't work that hard like we are programmed to do in this world. She does the hard work on herself. She does the hard work to embody and integrate the feminine energy. Yes. Okay. Excuse me 1 minute. I need to disable the house alarm. That's okay, honey. You're welcome, honey. Yeah, get whatever. I'll turn it off when I'm done. The nachos? I ate them. Oh, honey, I didn't think you were gonna eat them. I know you did, but every time that happens, they're left out until the next day. Nobody eats them, the rest of them. I'll get another one. Or I'll make some. See what happens? You guys probably heard all that. Out of all days, we go to share nachos today, and I end up eating the majority of them, and I just threw whatever was left away. Anyway, so somebody's life is going to get a lot easier, and you're going to have more days of you really don't have to do much. That is the energy of the feminine. Distorted masculine is the energy where I have to work really hard to make money. I have to work all these hours. I have to do this to pay the bills, blah, blah, blah. Remember, God pays the bills. You attract miracles. And I've been saying this before where you're like needing money for something and then a debt gets paid off miraculously. Somebody else buys the house for you. Somebody else buys the car for you. Somebody like with me with the tire, like I've talked about. I went there by balls faith, and the mechanic says, like, yeah, your tire's patched, you can go. I didn't have to pay anything. Right? All these things that are happening because you're attracting it. And all you did was take your car to the mechanic. All you did was call the progressive agent, and it's like, miracle, 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 miracle. You didn't do much, with the exception of you working hard on yourself and you aligning yourself with your feminine and masculine divine energies to where you're co-creating with God, to where you're allowing God to do things for you. But that requires belief and it requires faith. And you get away from the programming of the 3D world with that devil energy. Things that were caused by religion, things that were caused by institutions, things were caused by other authority figures. Man writing down the law and you following it when that wasn't constituted by God. It wasn't written by God, right? So if somebody here is very close to having a life, it's gonna be easy going from here on out. You've been through this again. Listen to that Stain song, man. That is a huge sign. If you start running into that song, that is a big ass confirmation for you that your struggles are over. The work that you've done is paying off, and you're now about to see your miracles. You are that close. But for everybody here, whatever day it is for you, don't do shit. Do something lighthearted. Do something fun. Don't restrict yourself from having a day off because you need to get money for the job, because you have to cook, you have to clean, because you have to run errands, because you have to do the laundry and make dinner. That's devil energy. Resting isn't a common thing for humans to do because we've been programmed to be on all the time. We've been programmed to be doing something all the time, thinking that if we do something, we're going to get something out of it, that we'll get the money, that we'll get the this, that we'll get the that, we'll get the success. That's a lie. When God tells you to pull back and he tells you to rest and he tells you to take more vacations and days off, watch how your life shifts and watch the miracles just come in one after the other. And don't get caught up in your to-do list with the Two of Pentacles because you're doing way too much. You don't have to do it all. Listen closely. Pay attention to your inner guidance. Pay attention to the divine guidance you're being given. Expect an overflow of abundance. You got to be in alignment with the overflow of abundance. You got to be abundant in health and peace internally before you see the overflow of abundance and money resources in the physical world. It's an energetic match. Edge of Heaven by Ace of Base. Oh, I used to love that Ace of Base album. All right. The masculine wants to say something else. Do I have the other deck here? I do. Okay. You're going to get some extra messages from the masculine collective today, so that should be fun. Because time's moving by pretty slowly. I love it. It's not 1 o'clock yet, and I guess I'm just going to do one personal, and that's it. Again, if anybody wants to make a donation, if you want a particular reading done, please put in the chat. Let Jason know. If somebody wants something else, I'll have Jason go last. He doesn't mind going last. Okay. What's going on, masculine? And for those of you, when your whole life changes, be careful with jealous people because that double energy, there's jealousy there. People saying stupid shit about you. You're going to get some opposition. The Chariot is also opposition. They may instill fear or tell you what the fuck are you doing, or like where are you going? Where are you moving from here? Like who is this person, right? Especially for the feminines removing of the masculine. I've been picking up on that energy too. Like, you can't do that. That's stupid, right? That's a bad decision. You know for a damn fact what's coming. You know for a damn fact that this is part of your destiny. It's part of your miracle that you've been manifesting. What else does the masculine want to say? So don't let anybody get in your way. Don't let anybody tell you you're crazy. I mourn and cry about having lost you. Yeah, that's like a Five of Cups energy right there. Some distress is what I'm hearing. For some of you, your masculines, that's a past energy, which is probably why they're really trying to take action here. Others of you, that's what they're going through right now. I'm hearing like, I lost the best thing I ever had. But this is not, I'm hearing somebody say this, well, too bad, right? I'm hearing the song by Beyonce, to the left, to the left. Come on, man. Have some compassion here. You have no right to judge. You don't have all the facts. We lose things in life too. It helps us to realize what's really important in life, does it not? I lost practically everything at the end of 2022. And it helped me to realize that I never lost my faith and that God was always there. And no matter what happened after that, with all the crazy shit that happened after that, after I got back to Florida, I gained a lot more confidence in myself and in God and His purpose for me. So don't get all like egotistical and vain when you're looking at this card and like, oh, somebody's mourning and crying about having lost you. Don't be saying, well, that's not your fault, blah, 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 blah. Nope, nope, and nope. That's distorted feminine energy. I'm sorry. Bottom of the deck is, I wish for you to sleep in my arms, snuggled against my chest. I'm laughing because I thought of something. See? Maybe you've actually done that with them and they missed that about you. Something so simple. You brought ease into their life. It was very heavenly. It's just so scary. And they've cried about that because it's like they didn't realize that you sleeping in their arms, or you just maybe you're just like you're snuggle against their chest and you're talking to each other, right? They felt so at peace with that. Or if you haven't had that experience with your person, they're thinking about it. It's this different level of intimacy. It's this different level of just being together, right? Not having sex, not doing pickleball or whatever. It's just, it's a thing when your head is resting on somebody's chest, right? It's a very beautiful moment between two people. And they wish they could have that again, or they're wishing that they could experience that. Please come back to me. Yeah, see? I can't stand not being loved by you. I would kill for you. They would do anything to have you back in their arms, snuggle against their chest, just have you back, period. Top of the deck is, do you still want me? This is what the devil has been, jacking up their minds about. Thinking that you don't want them when intuitively they know that you do. And if you think that you don't want your person, for whoever this is, you know that's a lie. You know it's a lie. I think of you day and night, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Or you could say 8 days a week, 366 days a year. Right? This is a leap year. 366 days. Look, This deck has a number 999. Party like it's 1999. Somebody is going to be partying pretty, celebrating quite a lot. The memories of our time together haven't faded. And I talked about nines about completion, right? Woo! Okay, masculine. Hold on, hold on. All right. I'm going to get one more message deck, and then I'm going to do the donation readings. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to get my cards in order here. All right. Let's do. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for highest good. What are the final words coming from the masculine? What does the masculine collective want to reassure the feminine of? Please and thank you. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians. Jesus, Mary, Mother, Mother Mary, thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Yeah, I don't recognize the Edge of Heaven song, Jason. Some people don't want to see us together, but I don't fucking care. Yes, I added a word because they wanted me to do it. It's funny, I've seen transcripts of my readings, and when I curse, they don't put the word out there. It's kind of funny. That's devil energy. That devil energy, there's karmics out there. There's people who just are, they're jealous. They don't want you to have the life that you have now. They don't want you to have the life that you're about to have. They don't, you know, or your person. I'm getting more, it's on your person side that a lot of people don't want to see you with them. There's a lot of jealousy with this because I'm also getting, how did the masculine get that feminine? Right? And the devil energy has been coming into those friends, family, whatever, putting shit in their head, trying to take them off the path from heading towards the feminine or moving where the feminine is or asking the feminine to move in with them, whatever it is, right? It's like, you shouldn't be with that person. You're black, she's white. You're Jewish, she's Catholic, right? Type of thing. She's too old for you. She's too young for you. He's too old. He's too young. He's this or he's broke or whatever it is. But I'm not getting that a masculine is broke because he's not supposed to be when he's ready for permanent union because the masculine's supposed to provide for the feminine in the physical realm. So yeah, this has been kind of hanging up or obstacle. It's been an obstacle for the masculine collective. It might be an obstacle for the feminine collective too, right? People putting in your ear, oh, they sleep around or they do this or they do drugs or they blah 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 blah, right? Something like that. Bottom of the deck is I'm a better person because of you. You've really changed me. Okay. Look, guys, don't focus on who wants me. I want you. See what I mean? Stop focusing on them. It's not going to get you anywhere. The reason why some of you you're not progressing in your own journey and your connection is not progressing because you're focusing too much on the connection than them. It doesn't get you anywhere. Don't worry about the karmics. Don't worry about who they're sleeping with, what the fuck they're doing. No, no, no. It's their own journey. You got to do your own shit. Energy flows where attention goes. I don't know how to express my love to you, so I keep it inside. That makes sense. I want commitment with you, just not yet. Just know I'm obsessed with you. Well, there's that obsession energy with the devil. But remember, obsessions aren't good. There's got to be a balance with that, too. What's at the top? No one can change my love for you. Okay. I've been sending you messages in the 5D. You know what's funny? What I got telepathically, I got Cody's name in my head because I don't see him here. That'd be funny if he shows up all of a sudden. I never meant to hurt you. It wasn't you, it was me. Some of them are trying to get through to you in the 5D. Open up your heart space, open up the chakras, get rid of those blocks, but you need to understand what those blocks are and learn how to get rid of them so that you can better telepathically talk with your person. All right? Excuse me. So, all right, Jason, it's been quiet lately here. Well, I think that's a big sign for me. I really do. If Trinity was here, she'd probably she probably would know the reason too. All right. So, Jason, you have one card tarot reading. What question would you like to ask if you want to ask a question? My heart candle's gonna end soon. Don't have any more. Oh, I love these roses, man. I'm so glad I got these. Why does this one seem like it's... Oh. Okay. All right, Jason. Here we go. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Syrians, please reveal to us for highest good. What guidance do the Archangels have for Jason with healing at this time? If you get the star card, I know what that is. We saw the star card last night. That's the chakra stuff, but let's see. What guidance do the Archangels have with regards to healing? Four Swords, I'm seeing. I am seeing double too. Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Priorities, priorities. It's also a Two of Pentacles thing too. King of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. You name it. Three of Cups. What guidance do we have? Do the Archangels have for Jason with regards to his healing at this time? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, support, and your clarity. I'm also hearing focus for you, like an Ace of Swords thing. What guidance do we have for Jason? From the Archangels with regards to his healing. Thank you, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, Ascended Masters, Pleiadian Syrians. Two more. One. And two. Oh, man. Five of Pentacles. What was I talking about? You leaving yourself out in the cold. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is happening here? Five of Swords. Okay. All right. Did somebody make you feel small, but it was your perception of it? It's like you may feel defeated. There's a strong energy of defeat. Someone said something to you, someone made you feel small, you feel belittled, you feel like you lost a battle when you really didn't. You feel hurt. And it's kind of like, forget it. I'm not going to fight this fight. I'm going to throw down my swords. So, with regards to this healing, you have to understand that hurt people hurt people. But if people are giving you the honest to God truth about something, especially when they're trying to get you out of a funk or they're trying to get you to have more self esteem and not be so hard on yourself, then you have to take that in stride. But you also have to believe and trust that whatever that whatever those words are spoken to you, they're supposed to be for your highest good. They are for your highest good. There's two fives here. 55 means you need to make the changes necessary to get yourself out of a lack mentality. There's still issues with the financial whole thing. Still looking at the fact that you don't have enough. My cupboards are bare. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. There's not enough money. There's not enough resources. I don't have any help, but you do have help. You have people help that is sent to you. They're sent to you by God. You have angelic help, God's help. There is support for you there. You don't have to go through this alone, right? But there are some cases where you have to ask for the help. Um, if this is like financial in nature, this may be asking other people for financial assistance or something about, can you work with me on something because of this? But if you're going around saying, I'm stuck, I'm trapped, I'm strapped, I don't have enough, my cupboards are bare, whatever, like it's like maybe a paycheck to paycheck mentality. That is not your reality because you're deceiving yourself. That Five of Swords is also wasted energy. You're wasting your energy on being in this stuff. Pity party, low self esteem, thinking you don't have the keys to the kingdom. You have the keys to the kingdom in your pocket, Jason. You just don't realize it because that devil is interfering with you with regards to the money aspect when it comes to your healing. Okay, when it comes to investing in things to help you with your health. The Five of Pentacles is also a health issue, right? I don't have the money to go to the dentist. I don't have money to get healing done. I don't have money to work on myself. I don't have money to whatever. There's a strong sense of like lack of funds here when you are always abundant, right? But even if you're asking for help, right? You have to do the little things necessary to attract more of that help. Or you're praying for the help, but God is giving you the help through someone or something, and you're expecting a direct line of help. Like, case in point, you pray for $100 to be in your bank account miraculously at the end of the week, and you don't get it, right? Well, did God not hear me? God knows I need the extra $100. But do you really need, what are you going to use it for? Or are you in alignment with it? Because if you ask for the help from God and the archangels, yet you're doubting, you feel low about yourself, you're having negative thoughts, there's self sabotage. I can't manifest. I can't get out of this hellhole. I can't get out of this predicament. I can't get out of this financial hardship. I can't get out of this illness. I can't get out of this situation, this unpleasant situation. I'm hearing misery here, right? If you're thinking that to yourself, and especially if things don't come to pass, you're getting yourself out of alignment, right? You're pushing your own self back. You're getting in your own way. So there's strong five energy here, meaning things gotta change. Your mental state needs to change. There's an energy of like borderline depression. The candle goes out. Oh man, my heart candle's done. That's a sign, by the way, because that means heart chakra work needs to be done seriously. And I know we talked about this, but you've got big blocks here with these two fives. This is you thinking, I don't have the this, the that, the time, the energy, the money to focus on my well being, to focus on getting out of this mindset, to have a positive a mindset, more positive mindset, an abundant mindset. There's something about your mindset here and what you believe is true for yourself, right? And yeah, when I'm looking at your comment there, like, the Five of Swords, there's like all this competition, all this conflict. You're also conflicting with yourself. It's not just the people at work putting shit in your head, or you're dealing with some, you know, it's like Five of Pentacles, like, oh God, man, like I can't deal with these people. You already know that you need to take the high road, right? In some cases. But there are other cases where you need to defend yourself. You need to stand up for yourself. Maybe you're at this job, right? And you're not getting paid enough, or they're having you do all this freaking work and you're getting paid peanuts for it. And you know it. This is time for you to not give into fear and say, hey, if you don't give me more money, I'm out of here. It's like a big threat. Okay. You're going to have some big balls for this. Or telling other people or telling a boss or something, dude, you know what? I'm being undervalued. Like, you're not paying me enough. This is like you're putting me more into debt, or you're putting me like, I know my worth. You better pay me what I'm worth. Right. And I know you told me some other things of what they're saying, what your brother told you, what they're saying at your job. Don't focus on that shit. Right. You're saying you're not overly concerned about it, but if I'm going to be completely honest, you're a little bit concerned about it. It's still in your subconscious. And that's not a big problem, but it is affecting you, okay? In some way, shape, or form. It comes and goes. But there is something here about you're going to have to like put an end to something. There's like unfinished business energy at your job, with yourself, other people. You feel rejected. Every time somebody cuts you down, or they reject you, or they block you, or like they say something, you go into Five of Pentacles energy. You feel low. You feel unworthy. You feel like, what did I do to deserve this? Doesn't matter. You gotta be stronger than that, right? Hurt people hurt people. Let them figure that out. Let them deal with that on their own. It's like it's almost like I want to have a conversation, a pleasant conversation. I want to make amends or something, and then someone's like, "Nope, I cut you off." And it's like, I'm just trying to resolve a conflict. I'm just trying to do the right thing here, right? Making amends, doing what is right, doing the righteous and just thing. And apparently, you try to do that and you get stabbed in the back. People betray you. There's regret, shame, and guilt here. There's a lot of guilt. It's like this guilt energy is really lowering your vibration, and it's like it's a matter of you allowing things to roll off your back, Jason. You got to look at the energies of these people, or the behavior of these people in different light. You can't take everything personally. Okay? You take it to heart, and I understand why, because you have strong Scorpio in your chart. And because you're Libra sun, like you want the best for everyone. You want everything to be fair and just, to be balanced, but that's not reality, especially with some people. You stay in your integrity. You do the righteous and just thing. Whether they do that back to you, that's on them, not on you, right? You just have to lead by example of like, well, I'm going to stay in my truth and my integrity. If you don't want to, get on the boat, fine. But I'm not going to allow that to ruin my self esteem, right? But again, don't beat yourself up about it because this is a very big thing for you that you've got to work on. Don't take things personally. I had to work on that too. And then I ended up mustering up the courage when people would say shit, or people like they would think I was stupid. I had to get my own balls and say, dude, like you're wrong. I know what's going on here. I know more than you. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So you better shut up and listen. I didn't flat out say that. I actually had to say something similar to that in meetings when I was in my career, right? I would say something. No, we can't, whatever. No, Jess, I don't think whatever. And then I have to like get my big girl pants on and said, you better listen to me. This, and this, and this. I know this. I know these numbers. I know this person can do this. That's not going to work. And my tone changed. I'll never forget the couple of meetings that I had like that. And everyone looked at me like, oh shit. And one of the leads who I was intimidated by, he goes, man, Jess, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Because he kept fighting me in a sense, conflict. I had my back against the ropes and I said, you better listen to me. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. If I was allowed to say the word fuck in the meeting, I would have done it. And I went through this several times before God told me to pull out of my career. And I would call out shit on them. And these people were above me. And I'd be like, look, you don't know everything that you think you do. And they would look at me like, holy shit, man, who is she talking to? But they knew I was right. But this was not about being right. This is about doing the righteous and just thing. And I had to learn to not take those jabs at me personally because they had their own shit going on, right? But I had to learn to stand up for myself and tell them, look, this is the truth here. You need to see the realization of this. And sometimes they would listen, and sometimes they still wouldn't, or they'd betray me in the end. That happened a lot. And it fucking sucked balls. And I was like, I felt defeated. I'm like, for real? Wow, my shit must not be good enough. I must not be good enough for this job. I can't believe people can't see my value. But then I had to change my own mentality and say, Jess, what you did was fantastic. What you did was brilliant. Don't let anybody shit on it. It's what I go through right now. Right? You were there at the Valentine's Day party. You know where this is stemming from. I knew this was going to fucking come up because I was talking to God about this in my meditation, and God was already channeling to me what was going to come out in this reading. And apparently, it's your reading. I have barely had any support most of my life. The support that I deserved. I barely got any of that shit. Then I had to realize, you know what? Okay, I'm not going to take it personally. There's some other stuff going on. but I know I have all the support from up there. And when you start to realize that more, it changes the game for you. And still to this day, I'm not getting the support that I thought I would have by this time in my mission work. There's been a lot of losses, right? I've lost a lot of people. People don't show up to my stuff as much anymore. But is that going to make me feel less worthy of what I know I'm deserving of? Is that going to make me feel like shit? Is that going to make me feel like I'm not good enough, that my content isn't good enough, that what I offer isn't good enough? Absolutely not. I've worked too hard to make myself go back to that energy, to think that of myself. But that was one thing that I struggled with for most of my life. Defeat after defeat after defeat. Challenge after challenge after challenge. Lack of support, like all the time, ever since I can remember. Probably started in middle school. I had very few people backing me up. But what I wasn't realizing is that God, the archangels, my guides, my passed on loved ones, they've been backing me up since day one. Or when my passed on loved ones pass on, they ended up backing me up. And I started to really look for the support elsewhere. And that is divine support. That is the best support that you get. But again, when God sends you the support in physical form, but you're expecting a direct line of support, like again, you ask for the $100 and you don't get it. God's like, well, I'm sending you someone to help you to get into alignment with you having the $100 extra on your bank account. You get what I'm saying? I need you to do something for me first, Jason. I need you to get out of this Five of Pentacles and this Five of Swords. I need you to invest in this. I need you to put more time into this. I need you to put more focus into that. I need you to stop self-sabotaging, stop feeling low about yourself and taking things personally. That's for some people, it takes longer than most, especially with water signs, to not take things so personally, right? But a lot of us go through that. We get jabs, people say stuff, and oh man, what did I do? Or like, oh shit, did I say something wrong? No, don't take it personally. But again, this lack mentality, you're still struggling with. And you knowing your worth and you knowing that you're deserving of way more than what you have now, right? You're gonna better on, and again, this comes with time, but you've got to like really focus on the positives as opposed to the negatives. This is negative thinking. You're wasting your energy on focusing on what people have said to you, what they've done to you. And even when it's blunt truth, you have to understand that it is for your highest good to get you to change, to get you to have a better mindset, to get you to be more in alignment with who you truly are, right? And you're gonna be like, okay, all right, cool. Well, it is what it is. Let me get back to a positive mindset. I have the key to my happiness. You've always had that key, Jason. But you're also in an environment, especially at your job, where the energy doesn't serve you. This doesn't serve you. That job doesn't serve you. Um, your vibration, it's been fluctuating a lot, and when you get to here, that's when the attacks get stronger. But you are in an environment that does not match your vibration. And when you're in an environment where the majority of people are Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles thing, you are like a sponge. You're soaking up on that low vibrational energy. Right? So you got to learn how to learn to set boundaries to block it off. And there's other people who are not in your job too. You know who those people are. One of your main focuses is to stop taking things personally. And you're like, what? What? Why'd they do that? Why did they make that decision? And it's like, leave it alone. Leave it alone. So that's what I have for you. But you know that there is help. I just broke my shelf. Ah, shit. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can fix that later. Okay. That must be a sign. Maybe not. No. But what I was gonna say is that you have the support that you need. It's been given to you. You just need to accept it. And to trust in the higher realm support too. Okay? So you got to work on those energies. Your energies, it's low, Jason. Again, don't beat yourself up. I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. It's just the divine truth because the cards don't lie. Okay? So now you know you've got to bounce back. And you got to put in the work necessary to get your levels back up. Okay? I know it's a work in progress for you, but you got this. Remember what we talked about in the party, right? Remember what I said to you? If you were who you were years ago, you wouldn't have shown up. You would have been in a very deep, heavy Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is also like depression, right? You feel so low, you don't want to do everything. You put yourself in a corner or put the sheets over your head and like you call it a day and you don't see the light of day type of thing. But again, keep in mind that you have been working through that. But now you have to be more cognizant of when your vibration lowers and what's causing it and how you get yourself out of it quicker than what you did before. Okay? How did that candle go out? Oh well. Okay, now I gotta figure out this shelf thing. Oh shit. I had my foot resting on it, but I hope I didn't break the peg. Hmm. All right. I'll figure it out. All right. Okay. I guess we're done here. Cool. It's 1:30. I've only been here for what? Like 3 hours because I think I started at 10:15. Wow, it's awesome. All right. Last call. I shouldn't even bother because nobody else, it's all good. I just reheat my tea. It always gets cold before I finish these things. All right. Well, thank you, Jason, as always, for your support and for moderating and all that good stuff and for being here. For those of you who are still lingering around, thanks for watching. Um, yeah, so that's about it. God willing, I'll be back here next Saturday around 10-ish. Yeah. Which is technically the full moon in Virgo, but I am having the full moon in Virgo activation on Friday night if you're interested in that. I do not have the event up just yet, but it will be coming soon. Um, Members already get a discount on that. Paid members, yeah, that's gonna be a big activation. I'm really excited to see what happens in that thing, so but if you cannot make the activation, you do have the option to purchase the replay. You can still participate in the activation if you feel like it will benefit you, but if you feel like you wanna participate, you can do it in your own time. Do it whenever you need to. It's best to do it within, like, the week, after the full moon or the new moon activation, and then you're still going to benefit from the energies because everything is just energy. The fact that you're not literally doing it sitting in the live doesn't really mean anything. What's important is that you are part of the activation process. So there is going to be an option for people who cannot make it that Friday to purchase the replay, and you can still participate and go through the rituals and methods and follow the guidance given with regards to anchoring energies to getting you to divine equilibrium, which is union with self, and preparing you for your permanent union with your person. But it's more so for you getting to alignment, anchoring those energies to make sure that you don't deviate from that path. You stay in alignment as much as possible, and you have more willpower and inner strength to continue moving forward on your path, no matter what happens with the astrological transits and the moon cycles and things. All right. Um, Good night, even the silent ones. It was very quiet today. I don't know where Jonathan went because I know Jonathan needed something, but I'll go check my phone afterwards. But cool, it's only 1:33 in the morning, so great. I can go have a snack or whatever, take a shower or do whatever, and then go to bed. Um, yeah, well, that's about it, guys. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend. If it's still the weekend for you, have a wonderful rest of your day. Uh, have a wonderful week. Okay. Do great things as you always do. Make sure you do something for yourself. Prioritize yourself, period. Dot, period. Okay. Somebody's on their period. Anyway, somebody just dropped their jaw. I will see you guys, God willing, either for the activation or I'll see you one of my dailies or next Saturday night for another YouTube live. All right. Love you guys. Bye.